That's the observation. So, we left off last week. You guys had entered the city. Had scared off a good portion of the hobgoblins, the goblins and orcs. And then the hobgoblins decided, sorry, but I've got a job to do. They seemed very defeated in the fact that they had a job to do, since they had seen what you had done to everyone else and knew what was in store for them if they didn't walk away. But nonetheless, were men of honor and had a job to do. So they stood their ground, and a slaughter ensued. As Beldroth lobbed his final fireball of the day, vaporizing 8 of the 10 that were standing against you. The other 2 said, "Too late to negotiate," which everyone except for Hawthorne said no, as she stabbed a motherfucker, who then both returned the favor by stabbing the shit out of her. And then everyone said, you know what? Good plan, let's stop. Let's talk. And they said, we're going to make no promises about the rest of the hobgoblins, but we'll tell them to fuck off as well. So bye. So you guys walked around the newly cleared town, met the new mayor, didn't like the new mayor, contemplated killing the mayor and taking over the city. Yes, it was maybe not by you, but it was contemplated. Your dragonborn friend here was contemplating it.
Josh, let's not wait. That sounds familiar.
Nolan, I did nothing. I wouldn't have let him do it.
I know. That doesn't change the fact that he was contemplating it. Again, it doesn't change the fact that he was contemplating it. But ultimately, it was voted against taking over the town. We did attempt to rename it. They said they liked the village. I think it was this village, or did you end up renaming it? I forget.
I think we decided to leave it as such and start opening up more ports.
Is there still water in that cooler?
You guys spent some time attempting to shop in the ransacked, destroyed, nearly abandoned city. Surprisingly, they didn't have a lot of stuff to sell. Really rude of them. Beldroth did, however, manage to commission some work that he needed done. Beldroth did manage to commission some work he needed done, while Landor attempted to get someone to help him tan a hide that he had gathered. Again, the townspeople were very rude to him and did not want to tan his beast hide for some reason.
That's the rest of their town.
Probably because it wasn't a beast.
It is a beast.
But you know.
Is it because you don't have the tanning skill?
Exactly.
He wanted to speed it up. He's trying to soak it in urine, which is the proper way to tan it for the time. But he wanted to speed it up and get someone to professionally do it.
But do you have the tanning skill?
Yeah, I have the toolkit and everything.
He's got the ability to do it. He just wanted someone to do it better and faster.
Yeah, I just wanted to pay someone to do it while we went and dealt with the goblins.
Yeah,
I got you.
Leatherworker said,
Harder, not harder.
Leatherworker said, fuck you, not doing that. That's disgusting. You then went to a general goods store. Beldroth gave you the advice of lying to him and telling him that you just needed the ingredients to tan some hide. You said, that's a good idea. Hey, can you tan this troll hide for me?
I did try to lie. I just rolled like a 2.
You didn't try that lie. You wanted something else, but I don't know what, but you didn't go with his plan.
No.
Because I remember
he
laughing my ass off.
No,
that he gave you a great idea.
No, because it was he asked me, well, why didn't you go to the leather maker? And I said, oh, he didn't want to help me. Why didn't he want to help you?
Yeah.
And then I rolled a 2.
So that's what I'm saying. Is if he told you to just go buy the ingredients for it, you went there asking him to help you tan something.
I was going to help you.
That's it. Anyways, but while talking to your new Minotaur friend, who did inform you, since you were new to these lands, that that's not okay, and you need to stop doing that before you get yourself in trouble. But also, just so you're aware, there's a secret tunnel into the town that the bad guys knew about, and are probably going to use that to backcap you guys. What? You said, oh, good. Me and my group just had a discussion about not wandering off individually. So I'm going to go check that out by myself and not tell anyone where I'm going. Except for, hey, Minotaur, go to this spot where I know that they're not at, because I saw them recently somewhere else, and let them know where I'm at. So he did. And the DM was nice to you and made someone happen to be walking by at that time. For some stupid reason, I keep taking pity on you, idiots.
It worked out.
And that's why I regret taking pity on you guys.
Are you looking at the computer?
But your party was notified. A while later, they arrived as they realized, fuck this shit. We'll let him lie in his grave for a bit. And they met up with you in the tunnel as it began to fill with smoke, and you all started choking on the smoke.
I don't think everybody wants to see you.
Yeah, you had lit
Oh, keyboard. Grab the keyboard.
And I believe that is where we called it, with you emerging out of the tunnel with smoke. With the tapping off the top of the thing, filling with
You taking things out.
and waiting to see if it got fun.
It would have that. You would need to
Yeah.
So which way did the tunnel go?
So you see that map right there?
That way.
Freya.
Right here. You're looking at the map. It was the things right here. It went that way.
You're doing that behind you.
The city map, not the country, the world. Yeah. So right about. What the fuck is it?
I'm gonna walk down that way a little ways.
She was up.
I said right here. I'm just
Right there.
walking
About
that way a little bit, filling the raptors.
Roll a nature.
Kind of pushing on it. And,
Did I drop off the cloth to that lady?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
You were very adamant that you finished what you had to do before you went and dealt with this because it was his damn fault that he was in this situation.
Oh yeah, that's why we got there as it collapsed. I remember.
natural 20. So it's making.
At this point, I suggest we all just get some sleep, chill out, relax.
Just look around.
I feel like we've been going and going.
The belly softer.
The facility softer and feeling hotter.
We go about 10, 20 yards.
Yes, fine.
A little ways out, but that's where I'm not too far. I'm on the ground. So I don't know anything about it.
You can go all the way up to the wall and it feels fine.
Doesn't feel any soft or hot yet. So I don't know. If the tunnel's gonna collapse or what we do. Just where the tunnel does collapse, how free this wall is, where the ground underneath it goes in.
Do you remember what you hold together into the tunnel?
Orcs.
Right. You haven't showed those.
Is there someone in our group that knows about like buildings and structures and stuff? Steve.
About what?
Carpentry.
The carpentry and also look at this wall and see how sound it looks
How soon do you need to know?
before the ground beneath it collapses. So I'm not sure we're going to be if we are.
If you can give me a long rest, I can tell you in the morning.
Well, because one of our party decided to collapse the tunnel by setting the beams on fire. The tunnel's going to collapse. I don't know how straight this ground is under we're standing on, and the tunnel goes out of the city. I'm afraid if it collapses, that wall may come down that area.
I'm gonna say you're right.
That's my concern.
I lit the fires outside of town.
What's that?
I lit the fires outside of town.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was like an hour walk.
And there's no wood connecting or anything connecting to other parts of it? Or...
Great art still.
Did we say it beam blows down or no?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like 15, 20 intervals.
Oh,
I'll give it to him. It's on.
otherwise I would send it to them.
So,
Yeah, we hear everything that.
I kill it.
Worries me too.
You see, look, I'm giving. All right, well, get rid about it now. So. All right, so conceivably, this tunnel will not allow them in, possibly.
Something.
What will be next? Any suggestions? Which one is it?
Holds block,
Yes.
right?
Possibly. We don't want to get cops or not. Someone set fire to it. Depends how well it's built. There's full smoke test. We don't know what's going on down there exactly at this point.
Well,
It could be collapsed. It could be just firing. What's all into this? Was this orcs or goblins or do we know what was into this tunnel?
I heard orcs talking.
So go to do check.
And with that, flicker, poof, and Jim reappears.
Hey buddy, how you doing? Nice to see you back.
Where are we at?
We're in the village. So
Can we put something
Oh, we're in the
top of
village.
this hole so the smoke doesn't come out of here and it stays nice and
we
thick in the hole?
close the hole in the very back.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
So the smoke, it should be really smoky in there, which just means toxic and unbreathable.
Is that how it works?
It should.
Oxygen's oxygen.
Sure.
And that smoke has nowhere to go except that way.
And it does.
And it'll actually stay underground a long time.
Right.
See, I know what I'm doing.
No, I think your ass got lucky.
Why does that worry me when he says that? Every time he says that, it makes me worried.
He's hoping that because he just happened to be lucky it didn't work out this time, that we're gonna trust him on other stuff too.
And we'll plan the whole damn time.
Still not
What are the
seeing
walls
it.
made out of?
Dirt.
Not those walls, dingus. City walls.
Say the city walls. We're talking about the damn tunnel.
He's got a point, Mike.
I know.
He's got a solid.
Shifting.
I'm mad at you that I have to admit this, but he's got a solid point.
Except you
Yeah.
knew what I was talking about.
That doesn't help your case any.
I really want to talk in the house.
As long as Dan's on our side, at least the old people agree.
That's the point.
How are you? 45? Going on 45?
Oh, you're talking about real age.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, you're old.
Made that feel
Yeah, well,
young. It made you feel young there, didn't it, Aaron? Well, to his point on this one, not that I want to agree with him, but you do have grandkids now.
Yes.
Wood and stone, Mike.
Huh?
Wood and stone, mostly
Wood and
wood.
stone, mostly wood. Okay,
The
so
bottom 2 feet
2
is
feet
stone.
of stone, and then
So we
they
have a
wood
nice
it.
solid foundation, and it's wood from there up.
How thick?
Stone's probably 3 or 4. Stone's probably
I
about 5
care
feet.
less about the stones. They can step over the stone. I need the
Giving
wood.
you the whole wall though. You didn't say just the wood. The wood looks like it's 3 feet, but it's pushed back in the back edge, like they were working on it still. You can see some sections there's a little bit jutting out, a little bit further back. Like it looks like the wall's in progress.
I'm sorry, so what time is it?
Yes. I don't remember. So we'll say evening.
Sounds about right anyway.
I think it was midday, but you guys were running around doing a bunch of errands, so we'll say about
I
midday.
really don't
Evening.
feel comfortable with these walls, knowing that most of these creatures are creatures of the night that are attacking this town. So that's when they're going to be coming.
Well, that's why I say we take a long rest now. We're awake at night. We can do anything.
Yeah, but it's evening, so night's coming.
Well, we can take our long rest and then just divide into shift like normal, and it's something
And
happens.
so happens, wake up, yeah.
Yeah.
And we do have a couple meditators in the group.
Oh, and we got all the rocks back finally,
I need 4 hours. That's it.
and we got the stones. So
Oh, yeah.
now the week party can have the city stone.
Tim and
You
Sar.
have Sar.
Tim and Sar, it was determined last week by random chance that you both had the other 3 sending stones.
What?
Sorry, you both had the other 2 of the 3 sending stones because we couldn't remember who had them.
Oh,
So roll dice to figure it out.
I,
And you
I believe I did have one to begin with, so yeah.
well, you and Tim both have one
box.
because we couldn't remember where they were at. So now you and Tim have one. I don't remember who the third one was. So,
Okay.
so make sure Tim adds that to her inventory.
Okay, so who wants to take first watch?
Most people find it weird things standing and flying up with her. But I spent my whole life doing that, so it's not that weird.
Check later.
My dad's already done with my shit. It's gotta be a new
You were
record.
done with your shit when you were a baby.
It's gotta be a new record. It's taking a lot longer than usual.
Because I'm almost positive he sit there and took you out of diapers as quickly as he could. You
Yeah.
were done with your shit.
Judging by the childhood I remember, he was probably either at work with the girlfriend of the week or out with Dean shopping.
Probably.
So it's probably
Are you
Renee or
sure it
Mom.
was shopping.
He said it was shopping. He was very clear when he was doing the other stuff with me.
If she walked up to me, beside me, I'm like, what are you doing? She went,
I just wish you would have made us hold the camera for you.
she stepped across.
I'm not gonna hold it itself.
Oh, 4-year-old just over the camera. Have you done that? Uncle Dean, please stop.
We said anything. I was like, oh,
That's okay. He could have went
that's
further.
great. He's like, no typing for the kitty.
That's enough white people with the
I would have been seen this week.
So, did we vote on the long rest?
Yeah, we're doing shit.
If you want to take first shift before this whole thing off rails.
Way more derailed like heavy.
Yeah, let the goblin take the first rest or the first shift since he hasn't been here in a while.
I'll take shift first watch too.
I'll take second.
And then I will build the my little nest I always build. Is there like an area that is like stoned or like is there paved streets or anything?
He said he was going to look for a house for us.
Oh, that's right. We do have a house.
He said he'd let us know by the time we got back.
Game dome inside the house.
There we go.
House isn't secure. Shit. So the smart thing to do is if we have people on watch, we need like 2 to 3 people on watch per shift. One person to be inside the dome,
You're one shy.
3.
and 2 people to be out roaming the wall to make sure that nothing's happening because we aren't going to see anything unless we're out
If
looking
they're
at
on
the wall.
patrol, circling down, they're not going to get arrested. It's on sitting in camp on watch.
Oh, that's
If
right.
you're doing
yeah.
strange activity like patrolling,
Patrolling, you're not going to get arrested. That's right. I forgot about that.
Thank you. House.
Yeah, I guess so.
yeah, good try, but that's kind of the point of a long rest.
I know. I was just
So-
contemplating safety, but
We'll
Yeah.
do this newfangled thing called locking the door. And
yeah, because that worked for
Yeah,
the village the
that's not
first
a
time.
village. Flush your door.
We're worried about ourselves.
I'm going to assume that if something bad happens, we'll hear the screams.
I'm sorry, we got here and a lot of people were locked in their houses. They weren't dead, so it worked well enough. Had we been here, it probably wouldn't have happened.
To be fair, their job was to keep people from coming to the village, not killing villagers inside the village.
So I'm correct, and that the people kept themselves safe by locking themselves in their house. Like I said.
No, that just made them safe.
Kept them safe that the people weren't trying to murder them.
Ow!
And unless something's changed with their agreements, we're probably relatively safe. I don't know. See, that's the thing. Now that we came in and changed the dynamics of things,
Only slightly, but now that we're part of the village, are they coming in to attack the village or just come in and ransack the village like they normally do?
They better not do any of it. We're all gonna die.
all right. So on there, watch.
I'll take first watch. You got second watch. Dan, you taking second watch with him?
Are these the type of walls that I can sit on top of, or are these the type of walls that are spiky at the top?
Finish.
There's a couple spots you can probably sit on, but they built the first layer first,
Oh,
and
I
they
think the
built
last watch.
layers out.
So will I be able to sit on top of it and meditate on top of the wall like that?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm gonna do.
You want to split up from your group?
Sir, that's splitting the group 1, 2. That's making you into a target.
We don't split the group anymore.
I thought we were patrolling the walls.
Nope. You missed the whole conversation where the DM corrected me saying that's not considered a rest. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right.
Okay, never mind then. I guess I'll stick with the group and just meditate with the group.
Yeah, we have banned all splitting up of individuals running off away from the group.
What about when I go scout?
Somebody has to go with you because it's causing nothing but chaos.
Okay.
Alright, so you guys got your watches?
Basically, when scouts go out, there's a pair of scouts. They gotta watch each other's back.
You watch what he's
Actually, while you're alphas.
They jump at third.
Third.
doing, John.
Who you taking? First?
He's drinking and passing out.
Never mind.
As you ask him, he holds up to answer you, takes another swig, and goes across and collapses against the wall.
I'm gonna give him the piss that he wants. It's just gonna be an alcohol container.
Technically, I was still end up in his barrel.
Is there an apothecary? Apothecary? Is there anything that? No, but is there an ingredient for the apothecaries that you can put inside a beer that makes it null and void and has 0 alcohol?
Why?
Just water them down.
No,
Not
it
before
fucks that
out.
shit up.
It does.
Fucking Tim did that to me once.
Wait, hold on.
We're doing shots, and he gave me half a shot of tequila and half a shot of water. This is the worst fucking thing ever.
What did it do?
It tastes like shit, dude. Like, you get a little bit of taste of the alcohol, and then just tastes like shit after that. I was done fucking drinking for the night. Fucking ruined it. So, yes. But roll a nature. Yeah. Let's say a nature unless you think it's something different. No, it's not magical.
Would it be nature or medicine? I mean,
Medicine
nature's going to be
could
a
work.
better
Either
one
one
for
could
me,
work.
but medicine
I
thought
can see
would be
either one
better.
working because medicine would be more scientific ingredients, whereas nature would be herbal.
13.
You pretty sure you've heard of stuff like that, you just don't know what it is. But you have heard of, especially people that follow more trickster natures, getting stuff like that and spiking people's drinks with that at parties and stuff.
To make it so they weren't drunk?
Yeah. To fuck with people that were expecting drinks,
Oh.
they do both, but you've heard of people using it for what you're looking for, to fuck with people. Like him, they're heavy drinkers, go to these things expecting to be able to get drunk, they throw that in the drink and just fuck with them.
I think
So if we make it through the night, I'm going to go see the apothecary. Drink tea all you want to, sir.
Well, a constitution save to see how you handle your liquor.
Mike, I wonder if maybe like, they might have that like at the bar as well. Because once people get so drunk,
Yeah.
continuing to give them booze,
The roller
you can
thing.
just give them that.
I got cute butt. I got cute butt.
Because I also could see thieves doing it.
Yeah, you don't pass out. You're holding your liquor pretty well.
He pours the powder in his so he's not drunk, and the other person gets drunk. Like,
I don't need powder, Mike. It's totally what you need.
okay. Just
So-
some Ipecac.
Quick watch.
Yeah.
Quick watch.
Did you
Roll perception.
And other
Perception?
All inception.
So you take a watch or not? Gosh.
I'll take.
There's a good watch.
I seem to like the number 13 there.
Quick watch.
You can't have first watch.
Why not?
Because he's already passed out.
No, I told him he had a roll to see who passed out. He did not fail his roll.
I know how to drink.
Really? Did you just have second you didn't pass out? That just means you won't back out.
No, the DM said he just passed out. Because I had a roll of content. See how well I was liquor.
God said he did not pass it.
Okay, go
Most of the time, the players dictate what happens to their characters, but there are times where I will override what you guys say you do.
I grow wings and fly away. Get the fuck away from these people.
You do. You fly straight up, and your wings disappear about 14 miles in the air.
Aha!
Ah,
Only went 12.
what was the name of that?
Get to
character?
12, and you just and you're at 15.
Icarus, there we go.
I don't think there's an apothecary here. Closest you've got is Henry Wood and Chantry.
Might have it, but it would probably be more spell component than.
I'm just telling you that's the closest, your closest chance. I'm not telling you they do, but you've got in town, you have the general goods, a temple to the life goddess, farm, enchantry, town hall, blacksmith, Fletcher, tailor, tannery, and carpenter.
So essentially a building.
That's the name.
Still rating and magic shop.
So that's it's kind of your only option. Anyways, 13. You said your first watch. Perception. Yeah, you go.
20.
Walk goes on there an issue. You guys listen, but mostly listening at this point. You can't really walk anything out of the house. But you listen. You don't hear anything going bump in the night. It's deathly quiet. No sounds of animals or anyone.
That is the world's squeakiest chair.
Yes. The phone doesn't help. The mic's right here too.
All I hear is like your muffled voice and ee, 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 ee.
I really need to oil my chair.
Mine too.
Is that his chair?
Yeah.
The tiny.
It's my red one. Discord does a really good job of muffling it out.
There's a toggle button that's supposed to take away background noise as well.
On what?
On a lot of things, Discord does it, Skype does it now.
Yeah, but I don't use it on StreamYard because I don't know how much of you guys know watch that.
You just tried to get more in your freaking chair.
No, he pointed it out now. I know it annoys him and makes me laugh. And it also makes Noel laugh.
Oh, she's laughing because you're doing it on purpose.
That's what I literally said. Oh, Kevin.
Is it finally my first day basis?
No. He's gonna be mad at me now. He's gonna make me wash his butthole out. What's my tongue again?
Back to the game.
Anyway,
This is the
the guy walks up to you. So yeah, first watch.
Kevin.
Constitution save. Josh.
You going to bed?
Disadvantage.
You're not 20 on the floor.
So what is watch rolling?
Constitution save. 4.
Uh,
All of us?
No, you literally just asked what is Josh rolling. I
I
told
said what what's first watch rolling, not what's Josh rolling.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
they were already done.
perception. He's on all watches because he has
Sorry,
the
I'm all watch.
4.
He's not sleep.
Yeah,
Shit.
about an hour in, you guys are talking to Josh and
It's 2.
giving
Yes,
him the alcohol, and he just
better than that one.
It's just better than one.
You got 11.
I haven't stopped when I.
All this?
And Jim goes and takes and finishes his drink. He says it's a crime if you let good drinks go to waste.
I'm gonna pour some caffeine inside this.
He's learning.
So first watch ends, second watch begins. Roll perceptions. Anyone else on second watch, or is it just you? I think Star goes with you as well, but his carries over.
I got a 12.
Yours carries over from your first watch.
Oh, shh.
Then I got an 11.
Yours carries over from your third watch. So.
Take some back on the couch. And they'll go right up
Here,
to-
use this one. This die is cursed. I'm throwing it out.
So you guys are on watch. It's nice and quiet, and then about 20 minutes in, Tim just kind of starts singing to himself. And it starts out as like a light hum. A few minutes pass, and it gets into a real quiet whisper singing whistle. And then about 30, 40 minutes in, he's just kind of singing to himself and just lost in thought. Just
Is he standing up, sitting down?
he's standing up or sitting down on watch, Tim.
Standing up or sitting down?
Sitting down.
Move over never with my foot. We're on watch. We're not on dark perch.
You hear that?
Now wake up.
You weren't asleep.
Yeah, but don't wake up. They're telling me something now.
You weren't asleep.
Oh, I weren't asleep.
We're on watch.
You were on watch singing to yourself.
You got a little too loud, so actually keep it down.
Happens a couple more times throughout the night. He goes back to just humming to himself and then gets lost in the melody and starts singing again.
I swear to God, it's Alexis.
What's that?
Don't stop believing.
Do I know what I'm singing?
Third watch. Third watch.
Oh, now I get something good.
Do I know what I'm singing? What I'm humming?
You're asleep now.
Whatever you want. I don't care what you sing, whatever you would be singing.
Who's there?
You put a sock in your mouth.
Singing some version of Things That Go Up in the Night. We were a group of adventurers watching the town, waiting for things to go up in the night. There were orcs and goblins, and I was listening to them. Belldroth, are you on third watch? Roll perception, please. Night comes to a close with not much, no sound heard throughout the night. Nothing seems to have gone terribly awry in the night.
Hey, dinner's ready.
Okay.
With that, morning comes.
Cool. Did that lady say how long it take her to make that?
I think he told you to give her a day or two. He said that would work because you were going to be leaving town and you'd come back for it in a couple days.
So the next day, are we going into the forest to find the rest of them? Was that the plan?
This morning,
Oh, it's morning?
talking to you guys.
I was on last watch, so I figure
I mean, I thought we were going to go after the goblins.
that's what I said. Are we going into the forest still to go after them?
I believe we are. I don't know what they're going to do.
Okay. I just need to be prepared for what we're about to do. This is why I asked these questions.
All right, morning.
So she doesn't really have anything to offer or to buy them off you.
No, it's switch of 3 where she essentially stores it there. If someone buys it, I get a profit, and so she.
She okay. The thing is, her shops are completely destroyed and barren currently.
Or that game. We're gonna go out.
It's a little bit lower on my end than I typically do, but they're kind of in need of it.
She agrees. What all do you? How much do you leave?
I should have like these pair of socks, 3 hats, and 3 coats.
And roll a dexterity with proficiency.
Dexterity.
For your craft.
I thought that was actually a thing. We have craft.
Nope.
If you're thinking Pathfinder has crafting. 3.5.
For each item or just roll?
Total.
Proficiency? So 6 would be 23.
How many items was it?
Pair of socks, pair of mittens. And she gets 40%, I get 50%.
Cool.
I think mine died.
Been that for a while.
She asks you how much you usually sell yourself for.
She knows I don't really have a set price on it. It's kind of whatever you think that you can get for it. That I don't want to I know you guys are kind of hard up on money, so I don't want to empty people's coffers, but also yeah.
Oh my god. Well, it's fine. I wasted so much fall down in this time.
That's my prediction.
I know.
Well, your Josh, she's in his 30s and he started solving some problems.
What are you looking for?
I babysit enough kids nowadays. Sorry, you're on your own.
Yeah, they just gained one called David.
I'm referring to the 20-something employees I manage.
Are there any Fletchers right in town or Blacksmith?
Yeah, there's Sue's Pew.
I'm gonna go there first before we head out.
Pew.
I remember there was something that you made a funny
the
joke
night
about.
already over
I
with?
can't remember the name.
All
Sue's
of those funny
Pew.
jokes.
They were mostly stupid puns that made me laugh because I'm an idiot.
I'm gonna
And I
go.
have a terrible sense of humor.
I'm gonna go there.
Knock on the door. No answer as per usual.
I'm looking to buy.
Door opens and there's a chain across. You see a old female dwarf. I ain't got shit.
You ain't got nothing? You got no bows, no nothing?
I got broken shit.
You got nothing you can finish?
I got a quiver full of arrows and my bow.
What kind of bow you got?
Short recurve. Well, short for you. Normal size for me. They first came through, they kind of took all of our weaponry and most of the goods, broke a lot of shit, took people they thought were going to be useful,
Good look mess.
and yeah,
So it's
some of us managed to keep some stuff hidden, but as far as shops go, we're pretty tapped.
How about, can you make me arrows?
Yeah, if you give me the stuff, or if you give me a little bit extra time after all this shit's settled and you guys can tell us for sure that it's safe out there, I can go get the stuff But part of being under siege for the last year or two is no shipments of goods, no leaving town to get goods. I haven't really had much stuff to work with.
I thought we established that most of these places have nothing.
I know.
Most of us have.
Alright, well, we're gonna go deal with the goblins right now.
Thank
We do.
Some people still got that.
If we see those.
I could try. I might be able to. Yeah. You guys can save our town and get shit flowing here again. I could probably get with. Oh shit, that's gross. Fargrim, and we could probably. I could probably whip something up for you.
Alright.
But again, you're gonna have to get it to where we can start going out again.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure Fargrim's out of metal.
Yeah, we'll figure it. If we took care of the drawers, not drawers. Trolls. Definitely took care of the trolls. Got rid of the giants.
Oh, you killed the fucking troll?
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Fucking pieces of shit.
Smell more. I like that. Not that fits, would you? Yeah, we took care of them, took care of the giants, took care of the wolves. We got the goblins now.
You have hobgoblins too?
I mean,
Or both goblins?
We're working on that.
Ah, so that's just the goblins. Oh, yeah, technically just the goblins.
I mean, it's not-
Dwarf or a dwarf?
That's the same thing.
Fuck you, racist.
All goblins and goblins?
Oh, sorry, I was on my own little thought trail. Anything else I can help you with?
Nah, just once we get this going, I can use the fire and arrows.
Alright, have a good day. Any other shops you'd like to go rubbing their face if they have nothing to sell?
Yeah, I got her business.
Maybe in the future.
Well, he's obviously about pissing her off. Like, you want to go over to see the
Yeah.
first rate
I was
place.
just kind of waiting for the whole scenario. Okay, I'm gonna go to the magic shop to see if they actually do carry powder. I did.
Magic shop had nothing.
Not looking for spells, looking for
Certain items.
a component that could be part of a spell. That might have this.
Go to Salvador's Enchantry.
Yes.
Same thing as usual. No answer throwing it off.
I go with them.
I'm looking to purchase to help make my team more effective. Not looking for actual magical stuff, looking for a component maybe.
Yeah, I told your friend that I didn't really have anything. I've got a.
He didn't have anything. I searched it.
Yeah, I mean, what are you looking for?
Powder to put into alcohol to make it not effective.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Thank you.
I'm tired of the drunk getting drunk when he's not supposed to.
We have a friend that abuses them.
Sounds like your guys' fault for bringing a drunk along with you.
It is. We're
My
trying to
choice.
rectify that.
By torturing the poor man?
Hey, I've got no problem if he wants to drink when he's not on duty, but when he's on duty, I want him to think he's drinking, just not getting drunk.
Aren't you adventurers?
And
Always on duty?
no,
Aren't you always out trying to kill
sometimes
somebody?
we have downtime. I've never killed anybody yet.
There it is. There's the magic word.
Well, I did
The
say
magic.
yet
It
there
won't be my
because-
fault when it happens, because I warned you that it would happen.
No. I put it in there because there's always a chance that it could occur. It's
Yes.
just not my first
In
option.
your field of work, significantly higher than my field of work. Like
But
I
it's not
said,
my first option.
they all start
Remember
memory.
about me? The hostile one?
Go back to bed.
Keep in mind, you did do this town a favor, but adventurers are still having a very sour life.
Oh, I know. I'm
Okay.
not
I'm just reminding you out of
going
game.
negative on this.
So I'm just reminding you out of game that adventurers are still held. You know, you did them a favor, still having
Oh, no.
a very sour
I
life.
agree. and I'm not disagreeing with the whole
I'm
conceptualization.
not saying anything wrong. I'm just reminding you because I know it's not a typical D&D thing for the adventurers to be the bad guys. Just my party's a bunch of fucking psychopaths, and that made you guys be the bad guys. And my Thursday game's not helping, and it's set in the same world. Thanks to them, you guys can't get fair boat prices anymore.
I think
Hey,
I
when
was.
you cut down this other party,
I'm thinking
They're
so.
already looking for you guys, so
To kill us?
they're hearing about how they're no longer allowed in an entire city because of some other party adventures. So yeah,
That was the me.
Party, individual.
still part of your party. There was only one individual. There was only one individual. Oh no, that one actually was several individuals. The vote was actually for once the entire group's fault.
I like that. Well, that was only one
It's usually one individual's, but that one was actually the whole party kind of poked that bear a bit. Thursday game. They're no
What was the
longer-
whole party's fault?
My Thursday game. All three of my games that I run in the same world, and my Thursday game was trying to get a boat to go from an island here on the left continent, which I don't think you can see on the camera. That's the left continent on the map right here, from the top of it, up to an island up north. They chartered a boat. They were told the price was going to be about 1,800 gold. One of the players didn't like that price. Said, "Fuck you, go to hell." I can get to that one. Yeah. And then one of the other party members said, "Well, let's have a friendly betting game, and if I win, you'll take us for 300 gold." They're like, "Okay, well, if I win, we'll do 2 grand." And then they negotiated down. It's going to be either 800 or 18. The captain caught them trying to cheat. And still won. And said, "All right, pay up." And they said, "Now we're going to find another way to go now."
Yeah, we did.
So that already started, the downhill of adventurers don't pay their dues when they lose. Then they followed it up with trying to charm him. Then when that didn't work, infested his boat with insects to get everyone to run off the boat. Then as soon as the captain exited the boat, they tried to murder the captain to take his boat.
What the hell is wrong with them?
Did they even know how to drive the boat?
No, not a single one of them has any sailor proficiencies. And it's a party of 4 that was going to try to sell a longship.
I say you just let them and then get them stranded at sea and die of thirst.
So, thanks to that, stories started spreading around sailors in that region that's not too far from where you guys are about how adventurers aren't worth transporting because they don't pay their dues, and will probably try to murder you if they don't like what you have to say. Not to mention the boat you guys pissed off several weeks ago.
I didn't do it. Boys was a good man with the sailors.
But yeah, so adventurers don't have the highest reputation as a whole, but also not with sea travel now.
Fair enough.
I have a question.
Overreaching issues that the parties can cause for each other. It's just kind of the fun thing of having several groups running.
Do like
You?
all your games, because all the characters, like all the people that are associated in the world, know that from different experiences, right? You said, but I don't know what I was gonna say.
I don't know what you're gonna say.
Do the other adventurers know of our adventure, and do we know of their adventure?
Not really, unless you start looking into it, or unless it starts getting loud enough where you hear about it. Like the sailing one, if you guys are near port cities, we'll hear about. They've heard about the shit on the other continent that you guys had because that was loud and word spread about it. But for the most part, with quiet stuff, the other adventurers won't hear about it.
So it has to be like a big
mission, a big win, or really fuck something up. Yeah.
Okay.
It has to be loud because the map that you guys can see on your screen there on our background.
Yeah.
Look at it real quick. You guys are here. You guys are up here. One of the adventuring parties is down here, and the other one just set sail from here, headed that way. No, you're all in the same party. That's what I'm saying. So you guys are about here. One party's here. The other party's here, headed here.
Turn it towards you.
So it is possible to hear about, but again, it's just kind of loud.
The big black one on top.
So yeah,
Turn it towards
Yeah, that's fucked up. I mean, have you talked to your friend about it yet?
Another way.
Or are you just going straight to sabotaging for me a good drink?
No, we talked
As he
about
pulls
it.
a flask out from under his robe, take this way.
Okay.
I get what you're saying. It's just, I was under the impression that adventurers are pretty much always on duty. Always ready for a fight, always ready to save the day.
No, we actually have downtime when we're not trying to do what we're being paid to do.
How often?
Sometimes like 2 days, sometimes 3 days, sometimes a week. Once we're finished with the mission,
And how long
we
are
go
you
back.
on duty? How long is your mission? How long have you been on this mission?
What day is it?
How long was your last mission?
I don't remember half that one.
A couple months.
Couple months.
So he has to be sober for several months, and then you have 2 days to drink, if he's lucky.
Drink, as long as he's not supposed to be the one on watch. Like when we're going down for the night, if he wants to drink and he's not on watch, I'm perfectly fine with it. But when he's on watch and supposed to be actually protecting us during sleep, it's like you mixing an ingredient mix while drunk.
That's different than what you said earlier.
I mean, does that? That's
That's
where
a little
I'm
more
trying to go
understandable.
with.
But what you said earlier was just he's not allowed to drink when he's working. You're adventurers, you're always working. You're trying to do that yourself.
But I had to establish what working is, and I didn't understand your value of working versus what my understanding of working is, because we have two different professions, so we get to see eye to eye on that one concept. But now that we bridge that,
moderation.
now that we bridge that
For most
gap,
people.
He's never heard of it.
how would your customers feel if they knew that you were drinking while mixing the components for a spell that they're paying for?
Well, yeah. But again, I understand that argument. My original issue with this was my job to take a day or two at most. I can be sober for a day or two, or drink at night and then go. You're adventurers, you're always in danger.
Sober for an hour.
Fair enough. But again, that's different. That's not what you said originally. I was going off what you said originally.
I know. I
For
get
an
it.
entire job, that's fucked up. But if you're going to allow him time to drink, I don't know if I have any right now. Because again, as I'm sure you've heard if you've gone to any other stores, where it kind of cleans the fuck out.
I get the condition. I just figured that was probably maybe an ingredient that nobody wanted.
They kind of took anything that wasn't nailed down.
You know where in the area we might get something like that.
Let me go see if I have any left at all.
Did you tell me that you were my Oh, wrong game. Damn it. Never mind. I was trying to mentally talk to Mike. That's a whole different game.
Yep.
I have a good place now.
Oh.
That I use as an animal.
So he doesn't close the door, he just walks away from it. Comes back a few minutes later with a small pouch.
Oh, you did have some.
Not much. I mean, it was kind of residue left at the bottom of a box. But, I mean, this might be enough to ruin a drink.
So I'll save it for when we really need him sober. Will it make him sober? Or it only has the effect
Not in
of
this, not in this quantity. I can make you guys some stuff that'll sober him up, but not right now. I have to go get the ingredient.
That is definitely something I will
So where's
invest
the
in.
future on
So it's
Sunday?
a guaranteed sell the minute you get your ingredients.
I'm not really willing to leave the house, let alone the town at the moment.
Oh, I get that.
So,
So
as
if
soon as you guys solve our problems, we'll talk.
we solve the problems,
Solve the problem, we'll talk. Until then, I make no promises of delivery because I'm staying in here.
what are the components you may need? Because I might find them while I'm out.
Let me go see if I have the recipe somewhere.
I need to pull one of my
Much of the box. Someone wrote about the box. A couple of powders. So it might be something else in there too.
We left out information, possibly.
So they gave you a really good idea. Oh, that was
Only
the
poison if you
sobering and the laxative.
It's only poison if you die.
You only know what you're doing.
It just has a side effect that makes it so that you have like lactose intolerance to alcohol.
Hell, this could have been fucking
Yeah, like I said,
powderized bull fever.
I didn't say laxative.
That's what gave me the idea. Let's give you a allergy to alcohol that makes it like a
You let me know
lactose
if I
allergy.
Don't care.
I was going to say, I don't think they care at this point.
I don't care. It's an your job. And yeah, it's not so much the drinking.
I'm sure
It's
every
the amount of
alcoholic
drinking.
has a reason why they drink.
He gives you the list of the
We're not
ingredients.
talking about it.
He gives you the list of ingredients, but I have a page in one of my books that I list all the book's ingredients.
Why does it feel the cookie?
And I'm trying to find it so I can actually write it down before I tell it to you.
Because
Because I know I won't remember it. So he gives you the list. And nope, got it.
Yeah, always happens that way.
it while it's raw, never. I think it was one of the really like actually big stuff.
Over power.
But when I do the eggs, you put some eggs in, it was perfect size to take ice cream and like put it in a patty and make it small. Cool. Yeah. So I pushed it in the patty form and set it free, but it didn't like free for months, but it still worked. I pushed it back to I worried about that. Oh yeah, I don't know. But I didn't think it's second before
Boy, I hate store-bought cookies. Except for the salt.
Even hard cookies in milk are still hits differently than soft.
That's why I love Christmas time when I make all those cookies from scratch. I eat them when it's
That's why I like the sugar. That's part of the reason I like the sugar.
Well, it's not like half of it, so it's all good.
Well, not sugar cookies. They're the ones that I get
The loft house.
sugar based with the frosting on them.
got it.
I love those. I know there are a lot, but I love those.
Too much
And he
sugar.
dips them in milk. I can't dip them in milk.
I don't think I could swallow that.
That's what she said. What?
Of course she said that to me. Can't fit
Who's that the problem? Neighbors and fireworks, celebrate 12 days of Christmas. Neighbors and fireworks celebrate 12 days of Fourth of July.
Right?
Right, so
That's what they're doing around here because they just set them off way.
he comes back. It takes about 10 to 15 minutes. Comes back with a scroll kind of wrapped up real tiny. Yep, that's the right one. So fresh egg, water from either a spring or a river.
So flowing water.
Yeah. Fresh green moss, and copper dust.
Looks like white moss.
Yep, they're not fresh, so not.
Okay,
I do not agree.
probably find most of that pretty easily. Copper dust is the only thing that's gonna be a little bit different.
And pretty much half that
I have 19 copper pieces. I'll round one up.
got to be mixed properly in a mortar and pestle.
Pestle.
Pestle. I thought I had it right, then my friend's like, no, that's not the word. So I started trying to say pedestal, and I knew that was wrong.
Do you need the mortar and pestle too?
No, probably.
Probably.
I can get a new one eventually, but it would be appreciated if you supplied it. It's going to take some time for us to get moving even once you guys solve the problem. But to make it, you mix it properly. I can teach you how when you come back. But to make the one that I gave you, it's just half dose mixed together. You can't, it's very important that you can't make the sobering one and then cut it in half. It has to be mixed as the half portions to work properly. It's weird.
Okay.
Magic is weird.
So to make it to go into it so it doesn't go sober, it's a half dose.
Yes.
To make them sober, it's the full dose.
Yes.
We just might want to just invest and make all these sober ones. That way he can drink to his heart's content. When we need him sober, I just poof, I sober.
Depending on how much you drink, though, there's a chance that the sobering dose doesn't work. It's got to, work against how much alcohol you consume.
You double up on it? Double up on it?
You can. Hopefully, he's hardy enough to withstand it.
I won't take a chance.
And the Dragonborn.
I mean, it's up to you guys how you guys are going to use it. I'm just informing you there are risks to any
Overdosing.
toxin or any drug you've had into a person's body.
Overdosing.
Yeah.
So that's why I was asking what if it works or if it, yeah.
So it'll work, but again, dosages might change up based on how much you drink. Might be ineffective.
I
Might
didn't mention it, but we are,
careful.
you're right.
A little bit of help on.
Love it too much ice cream.
This is for a Dragonborn. How this affects any.
What color?
Great.
green?
Crystal.
Huh?
Crystal.
Isn't he a green crystal?
You're Mike. You're right. This is the guy's response.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just
I'm not
trying to
sure.
remember. I'm
He's
pretty sure it's
emerald.
crystal.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
emerald.
His
So green crystal. Yay!
You mean straight green, right?
No. Crystal. He's a crystal dragon.
They make them. They come.
Like this.
Emerald?
They make those?
However, I say this is going to be racist. And he kind of pokes his head out the door. They make them like that?
He's the first I've seen.
Huh. I thought they just came in like the regular colors.
Our Dragonborn friend is very good.
Interesting. I make no promises.
Yeah, I just want to bring that up.
Yeah.
You know, the-
I make no promises. It works on most humanoids properly. When you start getting into the Fae and stuff like that, it gets a little weird.
yeah, that's why I mentioned. Yeah,
But
so you're not sure how it's
yeah, I've never met. I didn't know they existed until now.
Oh, is this 8 years old?
Yeah, so I can't really help you there. It could blow him up. It could have no effect. I'm kidding if I won't blow him up. Sorry, it's bad jokes. Well, if you're willing to take that joke, I can make something else.
No, I'm joking. I ain't joking.
So what you're saying is it won't. You were joking. It's not like giving calcium to a bird.
Out of game, what?
Calcium. That's what Tums is. You give Tums to a seagull.
Oh, yep. I
I
make no promises because I've never tested any of my stuff on Fae. Is he Fae?
Sorry, I didn't say that. Sorry. Sorry, Josh.
Anything wrong with my
I
stuff?
don't believe he's fake.
Josh, out of game. Do you know Fae?
I'm just a dragonborn. I'm the different.
Just a dragonborn.
Like, they
Yeah,
never know
race.
anything about.
I know, but I know that there's some in that book that count as Fae because one of my Thursday players is a Fae Dragonborn.
Yeah, but it's
I wasn't.
it's specific dragons.
I
that
wasn't
are
sure.
fake.
I wasn't sure.
There's specific dragons that are fake, but the crystal dragons are
She's
not.
got
fake.
butterfly wings and shit. She's one of the ones
Yeah,
out of
it's
that
a Fae
book.
dragon.
She's a Fae Dragonborn.
Yeah, they're a fake dragon.
Hey, Josh, that was big.
She's got useless ass wings and it's weird. She's like 4 feet tall. But yours is Dragonborn.
Yeah,
Dragonborn. Okay.
it's legit.
I wasn't trying to games like that. I know that there are a couple that are Fae. So yeah, it should. But I assume there would be more if there was one. But yeah, it should work. I don't want to make any promises and come back mad at me
No, you're
Oh,
because I've never met one.
you're straight honest with me. If it
Yeah.
doesn't work, it doesn't work. We tried.
we can't hold that against you.
Anything else to help you guys with?
Yeah, he's dragon human like.
Do you know of anything that takes care of orcs really?
Killing them.
Short of that,
Thank you.
trying
The
again
mamas.
not to kill things.
The
I'd
mamas.
rather just chase them away or make them docile and willing to leave.
Orcs are.
Combative. I get it. They're the more combative of all the groups, except for trolls.
Out of everything that was here, orcs are the more wild card.
Yes.
Which is funny to say, knowing that there were goblins and shit here, or is. Orcs honor strength. You might want to go talk to Garrett.
Garrett?
Yeah, he's the Minotaur guy who ran the general goods store down the
We
road.
ran into him earlier.
He's dealt with orcs more in his life. I think he used to be an adventurer before he saw what they were doing and decided that he didn't want to be associated with that.
Yeah. You
Uh,
can choose to do that, or you can try to change the image.
From what I understand, there's been some that tripped that out with that hole. Then towns got blown up. And a lot of people decided that there comes a point where it's too much to work against. But if you guys can succeed in that, more power to you. Not knocking that. But
I didn't say it was an easy mission.
no, I understand that. But there's times where there's such things as a difficult mission and an impossible mission. And from what I hear,
Not impossible, just improbable.
someday take a few days off, hang out in a local tavern in one of the big cities.
Oh, I've heard all the talk.
All right.
It's going to take a lot. I get it.
Right. But every day it seems there's a new story. I've heard of sewers getting blown up repeatedly. I've heard of entire buildings getting destroyed, cities getting destroyed. How do you come back from? How do you wake up every morning expecting to come back from that? Genuinely curious.
With the sheer idea that if somebody doesn't do it, who's going to defend the weak?
I can't speak for these other parties or these other adventurers. But me, I get up to do what I can to help calm them in.
But see,
That's what I'm here for.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but most, if not all, adventuring groups start out with that goal in mind, right? Bright-eyed, bushy-tail.
Most of them.
I mean, I'm sure, if I've got the name right, the group that set upon Aren, the forest across the sea, I'm sure they set out with the same goal of help the weak, stop the bad guy.
Actually, I heard about that story. There was a couple insane people in that park.
That probably started with the goal of being good, though.
I don't know about that one.
Okay, then the shit to the south. I mean,
Agreed.
how many cities there were destroyed? And again,
I think
supposedly,
just one.
roll a deception. The history.
No, I'm not.
No, if you know obscure shit like the Chipmunkas had 2 people that were
No.
crazy.
Being insane is
You
pretty
play that
common
game.
knowledge.
Wait, the map.
Oh.
The map
Yes,
is red
it's 22.
No, for 2 of them to be knowing that 2 members were crazy, you would know that a lot more than one city was destroyed to the south. Because that's much more
I thought we
common.
were talking about just the forest.
No, he said the country to the south.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the forest.
No, he said the
You
country to
should
the
be
south.
talking, not talking.
Did you guys?
Because we were talking about the
Yeah,
forest,
then he
and
said-
then I
he
was
said,
a couple
well, then-
villages. I'm like, what?
No, then he
what
said, well,
villages?
then what about the villages to the south?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so never mind. You
That,
yeah,
that,
that's why I was
I'm
like,
just
no.
assuming the forest
It's
is
like,
all
well,
you're
just
talking
turn
about.
around.
Yeah, no. He goes, okay, well,
That's a
even,
deception.
he goes, even if that was,
that forest.
there was actually 2 cities that you just pointed out.
Yeah, I
That
know
one
there's 2
out
cities,
there.
but the forest is what we were talking about. That's why I was confused.
But no, he goes, so, I mean, explain Eredor then. Again, from what I hear, country to the south. That's the name of the country.
Oh.
The way the stories tell it, they landed riding the coattails of the Chipmunkas that saved Kalimdor, and how many people died in their quest? Innocent people. And again, I'm sure they woke up with the, what are the good guys here? We're going to stop this shit.
It
at
just
some point
comes
they
down
lost
to the point
themselves.
of remembering
And that is,
why you're here.
I mean,
I
And
get it.
hopefully you have party members that will slap you in the face when you mention an idea that sounds really stupid.
See, it's that thing there. It's the hope. When it's
Well,
thrown,
without hope, there's nothing worth living.
but when it's thrown in your face to be proved wrong time and time again, when is enough enough? When is enough blood being in the name of adventuring enough to call it a day? And that's, I'm not trying to persuade you guys to stop. Do what you do. I'm just explaining to you where Garot's at.
I get
Because
your,
he's a good friend of mine. I've talked to him a lot
I
about
get
this.
your point on this one, but at the same time period, if no one's willing to stand up for what is right, even though the outcomes may come out southward, if there's no one willing to do that, evil wins.
It does, but when the good guys keep turning to evil, doesn't evil already win?
Did they turn evil, or did they just make bad choices that really went south?
Because there's a difference.
There's a difference.
I mean,
You may not see it that
Oh,
way.
keep in mind all of the stories is that Eredor, you guys did turn evil. That is the story.
I know.
So that's
That's the story of one group.
right, but a lot of destruction is what
Oh,
he,
yeah.
and the most recent. That's why he's bringing it up. I'm just reminding you.
But again, it's just
But
one group. That's
Right.
not every group.
another out of game thing. Adventuring is relatively new. The big famous adventuring started with the Chipmunkas,
Oh.
because it wasn't. The world was relatively quiet until the first
The demon.
big deadly event happened into the demon.
Yeah.
So there hasn't been a lot of reports of adventuring until about 50, 60 years ago now with the Chipmunkas. There's been groups here and there now, but that was kind of the first shit that there are heroes and adventurers among us.
But the Chipmunkas don't have a negative.
They do now.
They do.
They had, even at the end of that campaign, it wasn't as bad as it is now, but you guys were still,
That's the one that went in as far as the town.
yeah, you guys were still credited with
Skeletons or whatever.
walking into a town.
And just slaughtering people.
Because you guys didn't really spend much time explaining your story. You got out of trouble there with the court system, then disappeared.
Yeah.
You didn't spend much time fixing things.
Right.
Yeah.
So you guys are credited with to essentially
Burning
walking.
a town.
Well, no. You're credited with walking into a town, fully armed, weapons drawn, and cutting down the first set of guards that talked to you, and then from there just murdering everyone you could see. Because you guys attacked essentially women and children in that same.
Oh, I'm fully aware of
And then-
what happened there, even though I was not part of that. 'Cause I did everything blunt force, but
And then I know, but still, and then went forth to burn down an entire forest village. And then there were several missteps, not nearly as cataclysmic as those two, but with all the other cities, not all of the other, but a lot of the other cities, there were missteps.
Yeah.
So while the original chipmunks weren't villainized, it also was understood that they weren't honorable.
But it still doesn't change
trustworthy
my
enough?
argument of
Yeah.
evil exists if there's nobody willing to stand up against it. Which, let's face it, your town did how well against the evil that struck this village?
I was gonna say, let us finish what we're doing here, and then we talk again about it.
Again, I'm not discounting. I understand
Oh,
that
yeah,
there can be good adventurers. It's
But-
just
But
from
you're
my
asking,
perspective.
how do you wake up knowing
No,
that the
I'm explaining to you what Garot came to.
Well,
Yeah,
I
he
don't
stopped. You asked
argue
why he
against
stopped,
him.
or
Not
question,
really.
question him stopping.
I said there's two choices. You can walk away, or you can
He wasn't
try
really-
to change it. I
he
didn't say
wasn't really
one was
questioning
wrong
Ross,
or
he
one
was
was
just saying
one was right.
Yeah,
I just said there's two choices to make.
it's just, in my opinion, I don't even know the right word for it. From
In
what
your
I
association.
no, not even that. Just experience, maybe. In my experience, or what I can fathom, it almost feels like there's a curse on adventurers. I've started hearing stories about you guys disappearing randomly.
Yeah,
But-
I noticed that too.
Have you ever thought maybe there's more to it? Not just the disappearing, something in adventuring that makes you go crazy. That is where the evil stems from. As part of this curse drives you insane. Some of the most-
actually insane.
Some of the most famous groups seem to have just gone crazy. But again, that's just my takeaway from the stories.
No, that's all you get. That's all you
No,
realize what you hear.
But at the same time period, I can honestly say that some of the people I've traveled with, I think, you weren't part of that group that went down and actually destroyed that whole tavern or whatever it was. Our first one as this group.
The farm?
No, not after the farm. When we
No.
chased him all the way to
Yeah.
that other town and then
Well,
Kablooey.
yeah, he was part of that.
so was his
He's the
character.
one. Yes, he's the one that rode the Kodo through the wall, spreading the explosives.
Yeah,
out.
so
Because
I'm
I
like,
kind of laughed at that. It wasn't a single person that fucked that town up. That was another group decision of bad choices.
that was an
Again,
accident. I didn't
was
realize.
not present for that one. I
It
was
was an
pooped.
accident, but still.
I was pooped for that, but still.
That was an accident. God damn it!
But that's when
I
I'm
was in prison for that, so I was clear.
that's when I look at him. Like, technically, you were part of this whole situation. That situation that happened down south. Did you make the decision to try and go out and physically harm and destroy, or was it just a bad choice on trying to overcome a difficult situation?
In hindsight, it was a bad choice.
that kind of proves my point. It wasn't something you meant to do. It just happened to you.
It's just that I did not realize there was.
But it's not as going insane. It's not as turning to evil. It's making a bad choice that went south when good intentions were still present.
Even that. Okay, then even that. I mean, even if it's not going insane, I'm saying maybe that's part of this thing that makes you spirit is bad luck even then. For everything to just not go your way. Maybe it's not going crazy, maybe it's just bad luck. Maybe it's just constant things going wrong.
Sounds like I need to find the goddess of luck.
But I'm just saying, it seems like it always starts out well and then goes crazy.
Wait, don't we know that the gods of luck is missing?
I'm over here. Wait a minute. He says that. Hold on.
Looks like we need to find the goddess of luck.
That is part of the problem.
So then after we finish this, let's go find the goddess of luck.
When they get that from the gods, that there is a problem with. I heard now. She vanished. She was taken.
Her,
recall what.
I'm gonna go check on the trapdoor.
I wonder, has anybody tried praying to the goddess?
Seraphina and Loki disappeared one day.
Yeah, they vanished.
Loki, god of chaos.
Trickery.
Same thing.
Not really.
No, there's
There's a huge difference.
yeah, they vanished. There is a problem with the gods.
No one that you talk to entirely knows why or where. Just they were there and then they weren't.
There is a problem with the gods, and that is one of the problems. The gods of luck are no longer with them.
Shit. I'm just gonna.
But that sounds like more like
I'm
a
gonna give
recent,
it a shot, and I'm gonna pray to the goddess of luck. See if I can.
that's a
get it
more
right.
recent issue though, so that's not all of this. That's just this.
Are you religious by nature? Like, do you have a god you serve?
No.
I just manage.
No, there is no god I serve. I'm just
What is the
with a holy man, so I
what is
figured.
the protocol for me praying to another god to see if they're around? I reach you.
Depends on what you're doing. I mean, typically it's harder for you to reach another god than it is your god. But it depends what you're doing.
Well, so
So you took away my natural 20, and it is 17 plus religion, which is 2, which makes 19.
What do you say when you pray?
Try to get hold of you about your cards the same.
I
I'll learn about that later. I saw a video online the other day.
wish I'm trying to. Do you need help?
No response.
Because we're missing your presence.
No response.
No response.
Fill a pool. It's like not even a tug, just something in the far, far, far corners of your minds, pulling towards. Sorry, there's another map.
well, that's one of the things
I
that
turn around and pray to the god of fire, and oh no, he answers even though he's not in this realm anymore. But I pray to God
He
of
was,
luck.
It was 50 years ago. That's actually
And
kind of
also-
the subject on the way to deal with. Keep coming back.
the necromancer wasn't the necromancer that told us that there was
Yeah.
You mean the lich you guys let go?
it was necromancer.
You keep telling yourself that
I
one.
don't remember what town
That,
it was.
I'm helping us out here, buddy.
You're not.
You're not here. You shut up.
Yeah, I'm gonna go pray to my
I
goddess.
wasn't there when you guys did that.
I am.
We'll say Fearham, because I think I messed up. You feel just, like I said, not even a faint pull, just something super distant. You just kind of feel that name in the back of your head.
Fearham?
Yeah, city in the northeast. It's up here.
So it's in our region.
I'm in the middle of the church. Just doing one prayer to my goddess.
Okay, so didn't get much of a response other than I'm not a religious person in nature, but I felt a weird tug in my brain. Is that normal?
It can be if you try to reach out to a god or a goddess and you make some sort of connection, you can feel that tug. Depends on how strong the connection is and how close the god or goddess is.
I'm getting it pulled towards Farham, which is up north.
Beforehand.
Farham. So
Maybe something we want to check out when we're done here.
Farham, right? Or is it Fearham?
Okay.
I have fear written in my notebook, but let me see if that's what ended up making on the map. Because at this point, the map is more accurate than my brain.
Maybe something we want to check out when we're done here. Again, the necromancer you dealt with mentioned about it, and then I talked to the goddess, and she mentioned
Fearham, F-E-A-R-H-A-M. Fearham thing.
Fearham. I do.
No good things. Just fear the byproduct. That is good news. No. But
Pig's milk?
no.
That's what I thought. Before I realized the reference you make every day.
anything has nipples.
Sheridan, no. Sheridan.
Cats.
I'm sorry.
The movie that
But that
Sheridan.
single dangling thing is not a nipple. Stop pulling on it.
And stop making me record when you pull on these.
Hey,
I'm trying to know. God damn it.
Sheridan, like obsession movie, is purple alien.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And there's a cat, and you call your cat Pig, is it useful? Does it give meat or milk? And she's like, no, ew.
Oh, let me ask. Is that Sheldon?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
Sheldon.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Heard of the person like, almost positive that Sheldon. I just never got
It's
it.
not in the show though. They couldn't afford
Yeah,
to
I know.
make the show.
Which sucks.
Anyway,
Anyway, so yeah, he tells you if you want more information about orcs, your best bet would be to talk to him.
Okay.
Talk to Garrett. He
Thank you
used
for
to
your
adventure, but like I said, he decided it wasn't for him. But again, more power to you guys if you can. I truly hope you can change the name of Adventures.
we're gonna.
From what I've seen here, you guys have done great, but I don't know. I heard it was adventures from your guild that is.
I'm going to change your name. We're no longer adventurers. We're missionaries.
I heard it was adventures that blew up the sewers in Dunmorgon and blew up that house in Alexandria. So
You ever notice how the bad news travels, but the good never does?
I heard that some stuff has been happening in Hobbs Grove. Friends, we don't get a lot of news here, you know, what with a fucking siege. So I might be the wrong person to talk to about current events. Sorry, let me correct that. I am the wrong person to talk to about current events.
Well, once we say
Seeing as I'm late to siege
But
current.
again, I'm still making a point. When somebody screws over somebody, they remember it a lot better than somebody who helped somebody.
Well, yeah. If you ever go out to eat at a tavern, they fuck up your order, you're more likely to complain than you are to compliment when you do it right. You expect the good, you don't expect the bad. So when the bad happens, you're more ready to be upset about it.
So remember that when you think about adventuring.
Again, no problem with you guys.
Thank you.
Hey, give those ingredients, we'll see what we can do.
Make sure to watch over you.
And you as well.
Same thing goes for teaching. Teachers have horrible names.
Yeah.
Because the only thing that's broadcasted out is the idiots, like the newest one in Clovis.
It's the same thing with retail and with Denny's. Most of the reviews are complaints.
Yeah.
And they even factor that in when they look at the complaints. They figure for every complaint you get, there's 3 good reviews that just won't left. Because most people aren't gonna go leave a review when you do good.
Right.
They flood to it when they're upset, but if you have good service, you'll tip your waiter and tell them, hey, you did good, but you won't go leave them a review.
Unless they're like above and beyond and you're that type of person.
As I said, that's the rare occasions.
Technically,
They have to
in the
go.
classroom. You call when the kids do bad, but you
Yeah.
almost never call when they're doing
Yeah.
good because you
You
don't
have to
time
go
do that.
way. You have to go way above and beyond for good recognition. But you only have to do a little bit bad for them to leave a review.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's roll over.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you
But anyways, yeah.
That's just something I wanted to point out and plant
Yeah.
the seed.
You hear the door close and the lock click.
go. All right. So,
I'm gonna have some PTSD about all these clicking locks behind me as I leave places. Okay, so heading over to the Minotaur, unless somebody else wants to do something.
Yeah, what's everyone else doing in the meantime?
we've not enough time.
I know. That's why I was trying to share the time.
Where do you go, Dave?
Hmm?
Where do you go, Mike?
And else doing anything?
I mean, I went to go pray.
Or just waiting for your
I wanted to
team?
go into whole philosophical debate there.
All right.
but you know.
Well, waiting on you guys. So you head to Garrett.
Geralt. That sounds like somebody's trying to kill somebody.
Well, world of adventure. Those are the best at.
Alright. So
Garrett.
we
Garrett.
show up to Garrett's.
Gary or Garrett?
Garrett.
Geralt is what I said.
I heard that now. It threw me off.
I believe Geralt means to actually
Yeah.
slice somebody's
Thanks for the
throat.
road.
Is it Geralt?
What is it? Slice or
It's spelled garage.
Choke them out.
It's spelled garage,
Yes.
but it could be a French name, a French word, which means the T side.
So you guys knock on the door, and the door
Is that slice or first to choke them out?
Just
cracks open.
cracks open as
You
I'm
knock on
knocking.
it. As you knock on it, it swings open a bit.
Oh, this door's actually open.
Morning, Garrett. Are you there?
And the chain hits. No, I'm kidding. The door opens. You open the door, dimly lit, much like all the other buildings, shelves totaled. Behind the counter, you see a large minotaur.
Is that when the soft talking about him?
Yeah, you recognize him, but his feet are up on the on what's left of his counter. He tilts his back in a chair and just. There's a large halberd leaning against the wall right next to him.
You still really
I'm gonna hold the door in place and go,
He kind of thuds back on all fours. He kind of just instinctively grabs the halberd.
Why did not go
Yeah.
over and
Oh,
shake
yeah.
hands?
Oh,
Good.
hey, morning. Did you find your idiot? I mean,
Yes.
friend.
Yes, I did find her. You know, you're right, first time. I got we down.
What are you doing? See which you guys? Just the two of you?
Just go.
Just go.
You guys together?
Yes.
Together, or just together?
No, just we're friends.
Sorry, just curious. Sorry.
Okay.
So that was more curiosity. I was
Not.
I think he's interested in you.
interested in you. Anyways,
I'm too skinny for you.
yeah, I like them easy to break.
But
Anyway,
I don't want to be broken.
Again, thank you very much
try it
for
sometime.
thank you very much for the heads up on my idiot. Friend.
Do you know what he's carrying around and trying to do?
Yes.
Don't ask, please.
He asked me, so I'm asking if you're aware of what he's doing.
Yes.
Were
I'm
you guys
aware.
complicit in that decision?
No, we argued against it.
No. We
But
did
you
not-
let him trip. Okay, whatever. Not gonna have
Does
to.
it look like I have the ability to stop him?
Again, we're not fighters per se. I'm a healer,
Okay.
and let me rephrase
Those are
that.
some of the most dangerous if you got power behind the thing.
Not strong enough yet.
I'm a physical healer. I can't do anything about his mental well-being.
Anyways, how can I help
Not
you guys?
psychiatrist.
You interrupted my
Sorry to disturb you.
nap.
Sorry, didn't
I-
mean to disturb you.
I wanted to thank you very much for relaying the warning.
That was the least I could do since I kind of accidentally stepped on that path.
And
It didn't take very much. I'm sure.
I can't remember names. I'm horrible with names.
Somewhere.
Salvador mentioned that we should talk to you about orcs.
Don't stop fucking telling people. God damn it, Salvador. Have a conversation. Is he home?
He has the best intentions.
Is he home?
Does a locked door count as being home?
Is he in behind the locked door or on the your side of the locked door?
He is behind the locked
I'm
door.
gonna have a conversation with that fuck when we're done here. What do you need to know about
Please
orcs?
don't be too rough with him.
Just that.
I want to know how
you guys
we
have been
can
adventuring,
make
right?
them go
You guys
away.
have been adventuring for a bit.
Go ahead.
You understand that they don't like you guys?
Yes,
I told them to stop fucking telling people I was one. Because they don't like it. It could ruin my business. Anyways, how do you get rid of that? They're big.
Yes, that's why I don't really want to have to fight them if I can just scare them away, which I
You're
don't
not
see
going
as
to.
big. Yes.
You're not gonna scare an orc away.
He's trying to think of something like a potion or a spell or something else that may cause them to doubt their motives or to make them have fear.
It's a weird word to use. I know they've got a kind of a negative connotation. Orcs are honorable. Not in your sense probably, but they are honorable.
Like with their own honor system.
They're not.
Cultures have an honor.
They're not going. Yeah, but they're kind of among the more honorable of the.
Which means
vicious
they're
tribes.
not going to break their word.
They're
at
not.
all.
They've made a deal. To get them to go back on that is going to take an act of a god.
We're a little short on those. In fact, from what I understand, too short.
The only way to win and not have a total bloodbath is Moktaro God.
Combat.
Yeah,
Honorable combat.
honorable combat. They will, again, they're honorable. You challenge them to it, they'll stick to it. But you break the terms of that, you will not walk away. Every orc that is there will descend upon you if you break those terms.
Agreed.
In any way, shape, or form. But also keep in mind, if you lose, and
really have a fighter for that.
if you lose and go back on that, you also will be destroyed.
Not when I try.
Right.
Do I know
So-
who their god is?
Actually, roll religion. Sorry, I got my games mixed up. for a second.
I've got things running in my head at this point.
I got my games mixed up, and I was like, "Oh yeah, you guys met him.
No, I've no fucking clue. No fucking clue.
You've heard of him,
I don't
but
even know who my god at this point.
Would I know?
why would you know?
You're not
Because
here.
they're one of my favorite enemies. So I would know more.
You would have a higher chance on it, but you're not here.
Yeah, I gotta find. I don't shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know they do have one they typically serve, but the name's escaping you.
Just what you said's got some gears running in my head. I'm just trying to find a way to make that.
But realistically, your best bet: find the biggest one and beat him in combat. Attempt to beat him in combat.
Sounds like prison rules.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean
Find the biggest one, knock him out.
Find the biggest one and make me bitch.
that's kind of when you get into the savage tribes.
Not prison rules. That's school rules, that's playgrounds.
Savage.
IRS.
Savage.
Shit. Teacher in the classroom.
Savage. Like I said, when you get into the savage areas, strongest rules.
Right.
You see that in a lot of the savage tribes. I've gotten through many adventures, finding the biggest one and just tearing them down. But you've got to be strong enough to back it. Because if you lose, you will have to honor what you do.
Right.
So, and they're not gonna, it's equal trade. It's not gonna be, hey, you guys all fuck off if I win.
Right.
If you guys win, I give you
fuck
a
off.
few gold. It's gonna be, you guys fuck off, they fuck off.
Much like the voting.
Yeah. Yeah, it needs to be even. They're obviously not gonna.
No, that's understandable because that's honorable.
And I don't know if I can do it or not at this point. We're able to do that, but out of character, what would my goddess think about impersonating us?
That would be a no.
That's what
You
I'm.
instantaneously start realizing Zeus is
No. He's like, what does she maybe think about?
Serena is one of the holiest gods.
Holy and lawful.
She's lawful good.
That's what I'm
She's
saying.
gonna be out of any of the gods. She's going to be one of the ones most against it. She doesn't deal with. She doesn't like deception. She doesn't do well with underhanded. She is the goddess of helping every single person you meet.
Even if they're an enemy.
Yeah. If she had it her way, you would heal every single person you met,
Right.
friend or foe. You would not leave a single dead body in your wake.
That whole mental thought is went on my head then.
It hit your head for a second. You felt that searing pain in the back of your head.
No.
And we're saying, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm just trying to think easily out of this.
Good one.
I'm going for the whole conversation I had with Serena or with someone else I mentioned. It was Serena. This is going to be a diplomatic.
Yeah. And they're almost always
I'm
is,
just saying.
but-
That's
And
where my mind was going, but.
and diplomatic does mean different things.
Right. No, I know. That's why I'm.
And that Motorogar is diplomatic for yours.
And that's why I was asking out a question.
Yeah.
Or I was asking out a character.
Yeah.
Because, my character didn't want to have those thoughts because of my mom.
Yeah. Yeah, your character, it crosses your character's mind for a second.
It's a brief second.
Because you're still new to this whole religious thing. You're still kind of new to this.
Right.
So there's the second where you kind of default back into that, and there's that searing pain in the back of your head. And you're like, nope, never mind. Never mind, that's not going to work.
We're 6.
Anything else I can help you guys with?
No, that's. I just needed to understand their culture a little bit more from somebody who doesn't hate them.
I understand that. I wish you the best of luck. If you are trying the diplomatic approach or the less bloody
Trial by
approach,
combat
that's
approach.
going to be your best bet.
Finding somebody strong enough to stand up in single combat against one of them.
Aim for head. Their center mass is going to be heavy.
Headshots.
Try.
And it
Where
can't
the-
be magical, can it?
No,
They won't do
again,
magic
honor.
or
Honor. The only way to have honorable combat
is
is
with strength of arm.
blows. You can choose it to be a weapon combat if you want, but remember, you're not going up against.
Could we make it
Combat.
non-lethal?
No, it is
No.
strongest one walks away. I mean, you might, depending on who you deal with, they might leave you alive, but typically it's not. It's not going easy. I mean, I don't know if you've ever dealt with orcs or dealt with one of their trials. You're lucky if they let you walk away from it, or even leave you somewhat breathing.
Right.
Which I don't mean you guys have dealt with one already. That
Not
did actually,
my character, but
your character.
really?
Fucking Michael.
Yeah.
Jarn. Remember he pissed off the orc.
Oh,
The orc challenged him to combat.
Yes.
And
And
then
whooped
he
his ass.
reneged on it.
Well, no, he whooped
No,
his
that's
ass.
right. He just whooped his ass.
And but he left him alive. But it's very rare that they'll leave you even choking on your own blood.
That's
you were
when
being kind there.
someone stole his money.
They will typically not stop until
I'm
you're
gonna
dead.
find the rest of the party.
Also, real quick, before you leave, keep in mind, they have a tendency, you may think they're done, they usually have one last bout of strength before they actually drop. Keep that in mind.
Yeah.
That'll save you. Then many that I thought I won, I turned around to cheer and just up the back of the head. So just be wary of that.
Thank you. Thank you again. Thank you very much.
Have a
Appreciate
good
it.
day. And I'm going to get back to work.
I wish I had that job.
Real quick, I'm gonna reach in
We're hiring.
Steve, I'm gonna reach in the house and give him 5 gold.
He's already asleep.
Leave it on the counter.
Yeah, but there's
Okay, he said, "Let me get back to work." Kicks up and starts snoring.
Oh, before you did that one.
Oh, okay. Then, oh, thank you, friend. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much for your assistance.
I was gonna pet up my lockbox. I'll just stare at it. He puts it between his legs, kicks up, and goes to sleep.
I just didn't want to steal it around. I didn't want to take it back. Probably not much right now, but
It kicks back and goes to sleep.
yeah, thank you very much for
You're welcome. Glad I can help. Come by once things are
You know,
It's
I've
all
only
with
seen a
weapons
woman
still,
do that.
yeah.
splintered wood, broken glass,
Grandma used to do that.
his hopes and dreams.
All right, go find the rest of the party.
Is he married?
Do I have to hunt for them individually, or
No,
they-
you take some time and find them all. You find her at the cloth store, him at the temple, the rest of them out of meandering.
All right, so here's the problem, people.
It's really simple.
Yeah.
As I don't want to say a quick prayer.
To get rid of the orcs very quickly and easily, we might be able to get away with it with the trial by combat, but who is here strong enough physically
No, he's not here.
to take on?
Michael.
He wasn't strong enough. Shit.
That's really not you.
Unfortunately, he is kind of your better option. He is the paladin.
Worst paladin ever.
He did burn all his spell slots in that first room.
Why is that worst paladin ever?
What were these?
Funny enough, I did make a huge list.
Goddamn.
Collided. It's a fighter.
Well, but is that going to work with our group? I mean, do we have?
It's not going to work with our group.
Because our paladin already tried taking it on once. We saw that wound up.
That also wasn't the leader.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, it's something
Yeah.
it wasn't the leader.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, we are paladin trying to take it on one of the river people.
We
And
convinced the Minotaur to do it.
he got his ass kicked.
No, he's done. So that's not going to work for us. I really don't want to have to fight and kill every one of these orcs. But they aren't going to be. No.
Dan did.
Hey. Oh,
They told you guys are under the impression you paid the orcs to go away.
I thought it was just
oh, that's right. We did pay the orcs.
I don't think you guys are speculating that, but Dan told him to tell his friends to leave.
right, but
With the information you now have, you can probably draw the conclusion, but
even before the way he said it, I'll tell my friends, but
Yeah.
there's no guarantee.
Yeah. Which
So
means
I
they
wasn't-
didn't.
I brought that up, and all y'all were like, no, they said they were all gonna leave.
No, I didn't say that.
No, I did not.
Fucking brought that up, and y'all were like, no, they said they were all gonna leave.
No, I never said that.
I was very clear.
This group said they were going to leave. The damn talked to. They specifically said, "Well, I can't guarantee they'll leave, but I'll mention it to them." So, no, that was brought up. What about the rest of your group? Well, I can't guarantee about them. We'll leave. So yeah, I don't think that they left. I don't think I recall you saying that because I wouldn't agree with you.
Yeah, because I brought that up, and everyone was like, no, they left. We paid them to leave.
I do agree with you.
No, that was Michael who said that.
Michael was too worried about one person.
I remember that argument.
Was it the other day?
Yeah, it was.
it was the day that Mike got his ass whooped.
Yes, same day.
He hasn't been back since.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's different though.
Anyway, so our options at this point that we're seeing is take them all out, or one of our best take on their best.
We don't have a best that can stand up to them.
No, I'm just saying those are our options at this point.
Yes.
You know they're honorable. They know they worship their god.
I really don't want to have to kill
Yes.
all these orcs.
She might be a good option.
But
Yeah.
she's sleeping. How good an option is if she's sleeping?
Yeah. She's a barbarian, so
Yes. Yeah.
the option is there. She can take a hit.
Or a bell drop.
He's a thief.
Beldroth is a wizard and a thief.
And it's expensive.
He can't use magic.
Also, he's expensive.
Well, yeah.
He charges
He
you for
charges
everything you can do now.
What is Tim?
Tim is a
Tim is
druid.
Noella and Psycho's wife.
That's a druid, right?
Yeah,
I
you
think the
combine
class
them.
is druid. Sar is a thief.
Right. That's what I asked about. He is a thief.
You're a cleric. I'm a bard. He's a ranger. His favorite enemy is the orc. He's mentioned it multiple times.
Yes.
I don't get bonuses.
But it's, I don't think, just
What?
because it's favorite.
Yeah, no, that's an alternative feature. The one I have lets me know there's no information about them. I can track them anywhere. I know what.
So our best bet is
I know
Michael,
weaknesses and stuff like that.
who we know
That's not a good bet.
is not a good bet, or Barbarian.
Or barbarian, which we technically have two, but one is really pooped. And I'm not sure if he's that strong of a barbarian to be able to take on that kind of a role.
Toby.
Toby.
Oof.
He's sick.
Yeah, that's what I do.
My cup's broken on the bottom. And when I shine the light on it where it's broken, it lights up the whole break and it looks really cool. So you guys have been discussing this. I've been playing with that and it's just amusing me. It just shines through the whole break.
So do we use a Barbarian? His mind just broke.
Tired. Adults suck.
It's been broken for the last 29 years.
Being in charge of 20 fucking adults that act like children is awesome.
Oh, I'm aware.
I've got 12. Well, no, I've got 8.
I'm a lead teacher and a department chair. Oh, I know.
Oh, student has 12.
I've got one less now.
And these are educated ones.
If they're bad, we're good. I wish I had 2 less.
Try
Not
dealing
kids.
with people who are educated, so therefore they think they know what they're doing.
Oh, yeah. I work IRS. I got people think they're educated and they're idiots.
So, what you guys plan?
I don't have a plan.
So we're the best guess right now. Right now, our best plan is sleeping. I had one gal that whenever I gave her an error, she complained that I was prejudiced against her. She's a black gal. She's got
Keep mine as
prejudice
this live.
against her.
Recorded.
And she was that?
Keep mine as recorded.
That's
on
fine.
Mixer. That's fine, just for my.
Beat a orc in fair combat.
Yes,
She
but
said
we don't have somebody who can fight that orc in fair combat.
maybe
Except
That's considered fair combat.
Sleeping
Beauty.
Beauty over here.
She is pretty.
I think the cat gave her some catnap.
Get it out.
I knew we were in trouble when she covered up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she got that.
I have a question.
Yeah.
If he agrees to fight me on my terms, will it be considered fair combat?
Yeah.
I don't know because they're
Well, yeah, if
they're
they,
about fisticuffs.
if they agree to his terms.
Yeah. That's
The
fair.
question is, would they agree to his terms? What terms are you looking at, Beldraw?
I mean, I wouldn't fireball or anything, but
What kind of terms are you looking at?
He gets to use spells. They get to use physical.
Is
yeah,
that-
they get to use their swords. I get to use my spells.
I
It's
don't-
weapon against weapon.
I don't know if they. I mean, if they agreed to it, yes, they would honor it.
Well, then let's do it. I'll take them on.
Well, that's when you need meta magic and silent.
What are their weaknesses?
Hi, Cassie.
No, I mean, I'll offer to do it.
Intelligence.
I mean, I could-
There's
I'm
a,
asking you if you think that they'll agree to my turn. To my turn.
I still don't think they would go for that because they're not. They're very much
I get the damage.
fighting hand to hand type. They're not. I don't think they would agree to use it.
Could
Yeah,
I-
but they like a good challenge, don't they?
What's that?
The kind of options that they
They like a good challenge, don't they?
That's all.
It'd
They
still be
do.
one-on-one combat.
We can try and see. I mean, the worst they'll do is say no. I think if you wanted to challenge them, the worst that would happen is they would say no, we're not going to do that.
We go underneath a flag of truce. That way, hopefully they
And you know
honor.
what? She's sleeping, so we can actually volunteer her and pet her up if we want to.
No, not
I have a question. I have an idea. I have an idea.
What's your idea, Tim?
Could I like tinker something and then like he can give it to them and then something happens? Like some kind of spell or some kind of potion or something?
That's
If
trickery.
they're not intelligent,
We're dead.
Yeah, no, that wouldn't go well with them.
no?
No. Negative.
That's considered trickery.
I veto that.
Holy crap.
Would you do spike eliminate?
No, that was just straight
Yeah,
11.
that's good.
All right, let's go after these orcs if they want to fight me.
Go with that. Find them, have Valdrock challenge them like he wants to. If that fails, maybe we can talk offer it. Of course, since she's sleeping, we want her anyways.
Oh yeah, that's fucking terrible.
I figure the worst thing that happens is they'll give me a good death.
What's that?
Like
You're
eating a
dead?
fucking.
I said the worst thing that'll happen is they'll give me a good death.
But yeah, I think you challenge them that way. The worst they'll do is say no. So let's go. Mine well.
Yeah, I say we do it.
All right, we're
All
gonna
they can do is say no, and then we're like, okay, back to the drawing board.
push off our
Do
board.
it.
Doing it next week. She'll be in the middle of battle. I don't know what's going on.
Exactly then.
Premise. I got bored. I volunteered you. I'll work for the rest. I'm used to volunteering people.
Usually to pay.
Yes. It's up to you.
Not, it was not surprised.
You know where they're at?
I can find them.
Relatively.
You were here before. You know what? Or no, you weren't here before. Star knows where they're at.
Well, you assume that tunnel goes that
Well, yeah, but also Star knows where
I
they're at.
actually scouted them.
Star was here when you guys scouted them out last time. There was someone else too. I just don't remember who.
I think I
I
was
told Star to lead me to their camp then.
I know I pooped right before that.
They need your assistance.
You don't know anything?
Maybe. I pooped right before that.
Oh.
I thought Modian was. Yeah. Oh yeah. So
Here, then he
you know.
pooped.
So yeah, you can start off now.
We're trying to go to the orcs,
Yeah.
wasn't it? Okay, I want to make sure. The hobgoblins were the one that robbed us and left, right?
No, those
Who
lords.
robbed you? Who robbed you?
The orcs that robbed you.
Oh, him.
It was the orcs that did that to you.
I need someone to challenge the
So
orcs.
we go back to the orcs. No one's allowed.
I thought it was the hobgoblins.
Out of game the entire time they were having that conversation. Oh, we don't have anybody that's strong. We don't have anybody that can do a fight combat.
I'm literally the one that brought it up.
No, she was
No.
sleeping for that part. When they're having a conversation earlier, when they were saying
Earlier, they were saying
that. And she just speak up and say, "Hey, I'm a barbarian." In case you guys forgot,
Their money.
because they were in game and I'm trying not to.
they forgot that they had a barbarian in the team.
I'm trying
Yeah,
not
I don't
to.
care what I am half the time. We met. I'm not real life.
Half the time
What?
she poops a lot.
Yeah, in your guys'
Talking who? Hi, my name's Aaron Higgins. Let's go, guys. Let's start leaning towards where the work camp's at. I know.
Okay, you head out the north gate. Through the clearing, roll of perception.
What?
Perception. Everybody that wants to look around.
Rolling what?
Yeah.
Perception.
420 goes to 3. That goes to 23. Do I roll it again?
Shit, sir.
Or no?
15.
Oh, no, not for that one.
No, no.
All right, anyone 15 and above, off in the distance, mostly north, but north by northeast, you can see a plume of smoke through the trees.
I wonder if that's the end of the tunnel.
Where?
I'm going to say that out loud as a character. I wonder if that's the end of the tunnel.
Might be. We're explaining now.
You see the plume of smoke.
And then in the direction I went. Yeah, no, that's probably it.
I'm gonna say we didn't set the forest on fire, did we?
Yeah. No, we.
Contain fire.
Until it collapses and the trees fall
Unfortunately,
where the
it's part of
fire's
the
at.
party, so
Oh,
by society standards,
that hadn't occurred to me.
Stay down.
Tunnel collapses. The trees fall into where it's on fire. The trees catch and
Well, the
spreads to
dirt
forest.
was under the
Yeah,
fire
but
before
how?
the trees got to it.
Maybe.
If it actually
are those
fell before the
trees?
fire went out.
to catch that quick.
It wouldn't. I'm not saying quickly. It would have to be quick.
Wait, the whole thing about stuff falling, you would travel the fire this way. That's not to say that the fire that's not to say the fire didn't travel that way and out before it all collapsed.
Yeah, but I did it like 15 minutes away from the exit, and none of the beams were connected.
Anyways,
Depends on how much dirt's on top of it.
Anyway, so we're headed that way.
it did only go down about 30 feet.
It's a lot better.
What of all this? I guarantee did.
Did you, buddy?
Alright, so yep.
As we're walking, I'm looking to see if it appears to be the ground is collapsed in.
You have to go off past for that.
Oh, okay.
There's a trail that goes straight north, the tunnel northeast.
Oh, okay.
But you guys follow the trail, and after about 2 hours, come to a bend in the trail, and down through the trees. With your perception you rolled earlier, you can see what looks like a campsite, like through the trees down to the right. As you guys approach, about
Do you need a white flag?
I'm gonna pick up my chonies.
You think I was turning? So white and brown flag.
after 100 feet from the turn,
I haven't seen the orc yet. It's not brown yet.
hanging from a tree that goes over the road or the path, is an orc body hung with a noose from the trees.
Do we recognize the orc?
Yes, it was one of the ones that you guys had seen at the camp. That you guys
Paid off.
that chased stars.
Oh,
In
they don't
blood.
know the fact that he was running behind.
In blood across his chest, it says traitor.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this. Let's work.
We're at the camp.
Close to it.
Coming up on.
Then after about 10 more minutes, you guys see the camp. 2 orcs standing guard out front with large pikes.
It's an orc.
There's 2 orcs out front of the camp.
Okay.
Oh, who goes there?
I walk up to them and I speak to them in orc and say that I'm looking to. I was going to challenge the leader. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, he was?
He was saying this, so you were sleeping with him in the plan.
He's gonna
Oh.
try to see if they'll see this one.
Your barbarian's awake now, Belbra.
Oh, so the barbarian wants to do it.
Always the best.
Who was gonna challenge him under certain conditions? Which
Yeah,
I-
who's going to challenge in certain conditions that magic's allow?
But you're because you're
He
We
can
weren't
try.
sure that
He
was
can
gonna
try
work.
to. He can try to, and if they don't agree, then they can have me do it, or I can do it. I don't really.
Go back up to sleep.
I'm not.
Take the limit
I'll
off.
tell you because that's not going to go well.
So we can be no combat.
Halt, who goes there?
So real
Go
quick,
ahead.
before we approach there, did
Go
you
ahead,
want to
Dan.
do it, or you want to have the
Barbarian.
barbarian do it? Yeah.
If the barbarian wants to do it, I'll let him do it. But I mean,
I don't have whatever they in game, whatever would be the better idea. He's been kind of the leader for us, him and Aaron. So if he thinks that
Are you strong? This
I have
idea.
17 strength,
Decent.
17 strength and good dex.
And a really good con.
We have your choice.
Well, honestly, I think
So that's all about
if they agree to his terms, he probably has a really good chance on defeating him.
But the same, ask his first.
Well, go ahead and get down off and
If
try.
they don't agree to his terms,
See what
then
they
it's
say. So carry on.
carry on. Okay. Well, I tell them in orc that I wish to challenge their leader.
Puny.
What is it?
Okay. Wait.
No.
And one of them turns and goes into the camp.
There's a thief slash something.
Thief slash mage.
I'll push it over.
There was wizard mage.
5 minutes pass. The orc comes back out.
Different orc or same orc?
Same orc.
That look like
Boss says,
racist.
he starts in common. Boss said, fuck. And switches to orcish. The boss said he'll hear your challenge. Come with me to the center of town.
Are my friends able to come with me?
Does he get a second?
His head kind of bows. You didn't ask that. I'll be right back. And he turns and walks back in.
What?
He's an orcish. Yeah, it was all
Again,
orcish.
our agreement
Okay.
is that we are always paired up,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
So that's
No,
why I
at the
asked,
bare minimum,
does he
I'm
have
ready
a
to go.
second?
A few more minutes pass and he comes back, looking a little irritated at the extra steps he's been asking to take. Friends disarm in common. Friends disarm in common.
Friends that are disarmed may come.
Focus 2.
Focus two.
He's saying that you guys have to be disarmed if you want to come in.
Yeah, well, only one, it sounds like only 2 people.
Okay, so who wants to go with me?
No, he said focus on 2.
No focus too.
Focus. You will understand that he means focuses as well. Spellcasters have to feel
Oh,
focused.
okay.
I thought he was saying focus on only
No,
2.
focus as well.
He speaks broken English.
Yeah, I understand what he's saying, I didn't understand it.
I was gonna say
Whatever.
Right.
Okay, so like to ask him who's carrying our weapons when we head in, because I've got a lot.
Us. He points to the guy saying next to him.
Okay.
Do we all go in or come
Start
up
taking out my all 4 of my
I don't know if I trust leaving our weapons with them.
We keep safe. We only play with a little
trust
bit.
them to keep
Are you
their
taking
honor.
them in?
Should we
To the battle?
Should we all go in?
They wait here with us. We don't go to battle.
But what if they're needed for the battle?
How far away is the tree line?
Then that means you cheating and you die.
So it's hand-to-hand combat only.
I don't know. Discuss with boss.
So
Tree line's right around you. It's
So
not
We'll
if
figure it out when we get to it.
if it's decided, they'll come back
What do
and
you
get
think,
it.
Should we all go in or should
Above
we
me, figure it out.
Don't break anything.
We only play with it a little bit.
I
Like
still
I said-
say only 2 people go in, the rest of us just stay. My personal point of
Don't
view.
want to watch.
I hand over my sword.
Oh, that's the only way we get to
I
watch
hand
the
over my
fight.
weapons. So
Yeah, we're all gonna have to go.
Boss not coming out here to be murdered.
I see that point. I would say that I'm honorable, but they aren't gonna believe it because we're adventurers.
do we have Jim with us?
Yeah, we speak Dwarvish, right?
I take Jim's weapons and give them to him. Like if he's going in.
speak Common, Goblin, Elven, and Draconic.
Going
I
inside,
speak
Jim?
your language.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's already
One of them-
handed his axe over.
Do you want me to do
You
this?
haven't acquired
I'm
anything
not
else.
came back and look over.
Nope,
I can
I'm in
get anything with my bow.
No, that's
Celestial,
dishonorable.
Common, Elvish, and
I'm not trying.
What?
In case that things go sideways.
What is it?
It's still dishonorable.
Trying to hide his
If they know that you're out there and you're able to shoot and to kill, the rest of us are dead.
He'll live. The tan, nice
He'll live.
halfling dwarf.
I'm not
Ask
sorry.
more.
What else? No, hide out.
Again, I can't tell you what you have to do. I'm just asking you, don't do this. Because if we lose, they honor the agreement
Right.
that was agreed to. If foul play is in place, and shit, you should know.
You can't trust them. Their honor is bullshit
You would know Orc's honor is honorable.
to them.
Okay.
I think it's bullshit.
So it's
Why is he worrying me?
He's already talking about destroying
Be
the
aware.
agreement.
Be aware.
Right.
If you guys
I'm not
any
talking about destroying the video. I'm talking about being eye in the sky to where in case shit hits the fan, I can cover that.
be aware. If any of us come to harm from you doing something, you won't survive it.
no, we won't survive it. He
No.
will.
No.
I'm handing my weapons.
You mean
over,
him
so-
as a player?
Either. You forget, he's gonna be living next door for a week.
They kind of inspect the weapons as you hand them over, looking at them. Just kind of seeing which
I'm
one's a witch.
executing.
Wait a minute. I have to hand over my loot too on it because
Yes.
that's considered focus.
Yes.
Actually, it's not even focus. I can sing and still do the same thing.
If it requires components, you need a focus, which would be your loot.
Or whatever
A
you're
bard's instrument is their focus.
So it depends what the spell requires. If it
Yeah,
requires a
sure.
focus, you have to use your loot. Otherwise,
Some bards will carry
so there may be
additional-
some spells you can have without you.
Well, I think there's some bards that have, if they're singing, they have like a tuning, a pitch.
Tuning pitch,
pipe.
yeah.
You have to have some sort of instrument. By the rules, you have to have some sort of instrument that is your focus.
Okay.
It doesn't necessarily have to be played, but it has to exist.
Yeah.
Just for balance sake.
Correct.
Mage has to
Okay.
be able to be disarmed. That's essentially what it comes down to. You have to be able to be disarmed.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that would be broken as hell.
That's why I was like,
So even if it's singing, you would have to have something that you use to get your pitches or whatever what you were
to
saying.
get to be on pitch.
Yeah. Otherwise, you would be unstoppable.
Maybe he is.
Certain spells we get,
So then it-
especially at low levels, is not really
It's
unstoppable, but it is broken.
But to be able to cast spells when everyone else is disarmed would be.
Yeah.
Anyone not going in, or anyone try to hide any weapons or not go in?
I don't hide anything.
Do they want my weapons too?
I am not going in.
They ask for anyone's weapons before they go in.
Okay, I hand him all my weapons.
And your focus as well, Beldraw.
Tim and I are not going
I
in.
don't know that I have a spell focus. Hold on.
I mean, if you're or a component pouch.
Like, we're the backup. If you guys get caught, we're running get help.
Oh yeah, I do have a focus. I hand it to him.
All right. Tim and Sar not going in, or just Sar?
Both of them not going in.
Sar and Tim are not going in.
What are you guys doing in the meantime?
We'll stay outside waiting for everyone else.
All right. What are you doing?
You will stick with them.
You need an answer because they're doing it now.
I'll have my bow with the Sar. I don't have any of the weapons on me.
As you go to hand the bow to Sar, the orc hand goes out. Said to us.
I don't trust you with my weapons. That's
Then not going in.
What's the difference? I have no other weapons on me.
Those are the rules.
I'm willing to hold on to all my allies' weapons.
Me too.
Go.
That wasn't the term.
Terms were give to us. Could be sneaky mage, teleport weapons in. No.
Are you a mage?
They're not going to like that.
Okay.
The fact that you're putting the words for different things.
I don't know.
Yeah, sorry?
I guess I'm saying
What?
I'm not using my weapons on one.
Alright. So the three of you stay up. Alright, so the other four of you go in. 5 of you.
Jim going?
He kind of tugs on Lodian's shirt. Challenge him, I can take him.
I appreciate your
Enthusiasm.
enthusiasm. That's not the word. No. You stay by me, my friend. Again, we're worshiping the gods, Serena, for your life and healing. Stay with me and focus on that.
So you guys are led by a third orc that was waiting inside of the camp that leads you into the center of the camp, where there is a larger orc sitting in a, for lack of a better word, throne in the center of camp. And you guys approach, he stands up and, who here to challenge? Who speak orc?
I speak orc.
He switches, he's speaking common at that point. He switches to orcish. Which one of you is here to challenge me to Mokutaro God?
Real quick.
I am here to challenge you to combat.
What are terms of defeats?
I use what I got. You use what you got.
What are you?
I'm a wizard.
Roll persuasion.
And unfortunately, they're talking in Orcish, so I can't assist. I don't speak Orcish.
Of course.
Because I could give them advantage.
16. Oh, 15, 7, -1.
He was quiet for a second. No. Magic is unpredictable and volatile. True, fair combat must be steel or flesh.
Skill. Magic is skill.
Where they say?
Steel.
Steel or flesh?
He's up there.
Oh, he says.
Metal and flesh.
It doesn't matter what you fucking speak orc or not.
How about I don't use anything like fireballs or lightning bolts?
Not you that we can't trust, just magic in general can't be trusted in these combats. The old ways are steel or flesh. True warrior spirit is the vision behind honorable combat.
Don't think I could take him with that.
Oh.
Again, where the three of us are in the dark.
can only hit me a couple times, probably kill me.
Yeah, it's funny that the two elves came to fight them. Okay, I'll see you backing down.
Oh shit. Jim goes, he's not going for it. He doesn't trust magic. Jim speaks orc.
Nice.
I got curious, I looked down, he speaks common, goblin, halfling, and orc.
Of course he speaks orc.
Wow, it's halfling. That's like a rare
He's
language.
half halfling.
Yeah.
He's half halfling and goblin.
That's like a language that's never shared.
Huh?
Yeah.
It's,
It's in the book. Halfling is a language that they don't share. They don't share that language very often. They don't teach it to others.
the only one I've been, that must be updated because I've never heard that for anything other than.
It's a lore thing. It's not
It's a lore thing.
It's not a mechanic thing. Please can't, thank you. Are ones that mechanically aren't taught to other people, but lore-wise, halfling is typically taught to outsiders.
Yeah. A lot of my combat depends on my magic, so no.
So no challenge from you?
Nope. If he won't accept my challenge as fair to me, then it's not a fair combat in my terms. I tell him that he's dishonorable.
I understand your position. He switches to back to comment. Anyone else challenged?
What happened?
You said flesh or steel, right?
You didn't know that was one.
Oh shit.
Ain't no way I'm taking him that way.
So,
So what
well,
happened?
you know,
Not
I
willing
would-
to allow casters to fight.
Well,
So if they can't use magic to fight, is it just then, or is there another?
Steel or flesh?
You have someone retrieve my great axes.
Are you challenging me? What are the terms of combat? Asking you. You are challenging me.
he's speaking of
What are
Okay,
your-
then. Sorry. Was out of game. Was this something that was discussed with all of us?
Yes.
Despite laying me being asleep, my character was there.
Yes.
So what was the what
They
were
let
the
the fuck
terms?
off.
If they leave, but if we lose, we have to.
I'm gonna go on.
Yes.
All of us are covered.
Mhm.
So out of game. How are we planning to stop him? Because he's not going to leave them here.
Who?
His character who hates
Well, we'll
them.
deal with him when it comes down. You won't have to worry about
Get him
him.
really, really, really drunk and ship him to another continent. Gotcha.
You'll be dead, so you don't have to worry about
Oh yeah, I will be. Sure. Never mind. We're good.
it. You don't have to worry about that. It'll be
Don't
our.
let him have my bladder.
No. Or your skin.
Or his skin. Yeah, there you go. Okay. If I win, you and all of yours disperse, never come back, leave the village alone. If
Can't
you
take any of those he can with him.
and take any others of your
Goblins
kind,
or orcs
goblins,
or
orcs.
or any other. hobgoblins.
Anybody you can remove that doesn't belong here.
No control of the tribes.
At least give it an effort.
You give them a warning that we'll be coming for them. But if we lose, then we'll drop our mission to remove you from the area, and
Am I keeping my clan away or all clans of orc?
it's not so much all clans. It's that you said you have no control over them. So if you
I have no control over the little smelly ones.
Oh,
All clans.
so it is all clans.
All clans.
You would have to at least mention
All
it too.
clans that he's in control of.
All clans that you're in control of, you have to.
Then no adventurers come back here ever. Not just your group leave, no
we
adventurers.
can't make that guarantee.
I can't.
I mean, it'd just be easier to kill them all.
We can't
Well,
make.
that's like telling you if you move, let's say you move to a different part of this continent, that's saying
Well,
that you're
no,
going to
that's-
be able to prevent that. You're going to like
That's
50
like
years
saying
down the
you-
road, you're going to be able to prevent them from
That's,
coming.
that's like saying you can't take.
I'm saying all clans you're in control
We're not
You
controlling.
asked me to tell all orcs not to come back.
That you're in
I'm
charge.
asking you,
of, that you're in charge of.
We're only in charge of our group. We're not in charge. We can't
you're
command.
from a guild.
Was that?
You're from a guild.
He's
Tell
saying
your
let
guild
our
to not
guild
come
not
back.
But we're not. We don't speak for the guild. We're not the guild leaders. We can mention it to the guild leaders. We can
Then I
mention.
can only promise my group here doesn't come back.
That's what
This
that's
is what I
what I do.
expected.
I'm telling you, it'd be easier just to kill them all.
That was out of the game, right? You didn't hear me.
Or is it in game or out of game?
I said it in character.
He figured it was more likely to be to all of them than knowing that we were coming after him rather than fighting him.
Steel or flesh?
Still,
What weapon?
my two great axes that they have.
Get them. Point forward.
Real quick, out of game. Great axes are 10.5. You can use hands.
10.5 isn't a thing in 5e.
Okay. Also,
It's versatile.
barbarians. Like one attack.
S6
Extra
level.
attack.
Extra
Okay,
attack.
Never mind. Now we're good.
2 attacks.
Good attacks with both
Great
action,
axes are
not
two-handed.
any weapon.
Great
Axes are two-handed. Heavy two-handed.
Yeah.
1d12.
You probably meant bell axes. Bell axes are one-handed.
Nope,
Push it in,
they're
no.
great axes. 1d12.
Then yeah, no, single-handed. Single-handed.
You probably back up.
I mean, sorry, two-handed. Single weapon. The
Right.
1d12 heavy two-handed
You
weapon.
probably have two because you have a backup. Is what I imagine.
I don't throw them, so.
Well, no, but if one is damaged.
Maybe I went and got one because it's freaking. No, I used them in my hand axes. Great axes.
Was one magical or was one?
I think I just had 2 of each because I had 2. I also had 2 hand axes, but he had one. So then what happened was he disappeared with one of my hand axes. So like, oh well, I'm gonna give him another great axe when he comes back, and then he didn't come back for a long time.
First to bloody or death?
What does bloody have?
Yeah. Coward fight or honor fight?
Coward fight is half, and honor fight is well. Can you go with unconscious? Well, not with metal. Never mind.
You can't even call me one shot.
The game right game.
I was thinking out loud.
Alright.
Out of game. That's your call, your character. I'm not gonna dictate that.
No, it's just I'm trying to figure out
If you
that's-
win, you win. So it doesn't matter. Well, it doesn't matter.
Essentially, you're willing to risk losing awful.
essentially you're willing to lose me in this game. And I napped through most of it with the baby anyway.
You decide to be done if you
As I
then
said
yes.
previously, just so you're aware, I'm gonna make that sacrifice. Lady, lady.
That's okay. I'll just hang out in the room with baby and lovers. No, I'm not that mean.
Yeah, it's your call. You want to the character if you need to be, or you want. If you want to go full life, they'll respect you more. If you don't go bloody, they'll honor their agreement. They're not going to respect you much. Right? That's it, right?
I would agree with that. That's why he worded it
Yeah.
coward's
Yeah.
fight or
Being
honor
from a
fight.
barbarian tribe, I feel like
Life.
the death to the death is more honorable and reasonable.
I agree.
Whereas if I had come from like I don't know,
A
normal
warrior
fighting,
society
You're a
or a
fighter,
soldier.
Yeah.
so if you're doing them the honor by not taking them.
Correct. Whereas a barbarian society, like an orc society, would see that death in combat is actually honorable.
Especially if it's for good reason.
Yeah.
Or
I hope Michael's here next week, and I'm going to roll a die to see which group he poofs into with. And I hope he poofs into your guys' group, fully armed with his weapons.
Oh shit.
Because that'll make me laugh.
If he does, can I kill him? No, I wouldn't.
But
no, he would to save the rest of us.
No, I wouldn't kill him.
No, my first statement is, who the hell is that?
Mm-hmm. I don't know who he is. No, again, my goddesses.
honor.
Honestly, I wouldn't do that.
You could do that.
I care would do that, but Modi
He
would
just kept his mouth shut.
So,
Modi
moments
just
later,
shut up.
orc comes back with both of your great axes, one in each hand. I like them.
Kind
do like back up away from everybody, kind of just like figure out which ones.
Or Captain chuckles as you start doing it and goes, oh, you fight with 2 big weapons too, and pull out 2 giant balls.
You got monkey grip. Shit.
I don't know. It's what he does. Ah, you don't. A fun skill. And that's what we'll call it.
Knew it was coming up. This is near midnight.
Yep.
Steven just wants me to live in
Anticipation.
anxiety for the next week.
I really do.
Actually, I really didn't want him rolling this week, considering that yesterday's game he was rolling 5 natural 20s.
Well, maybe he's all. Maybe he's all up there.
No. I know how Snuck works. He is lucky all weekend, and then the next weekend is when it goes south again.
Okay.
So it's Christians.
Shush.
I didn't use it. We don't check.
And then just run at least one.
I tried to make you happy, but
I place no stock in wealthy or well-mannered folks. Money manners won't save you from a hungry out there. I watch over my friends who hope they were litter newborn pups.
He was attempting it by being preparing and having his bow ready to shoot in case things went south.
Was that watching over your friends or your hatred for orcs? I felt more like your hatred for orcs.
Honestly, it's a little bit both. The hatred of the orcs influences him a lot.
The hatred of the orcs means he's not going to trust them, but the fact that he's willing to stick around and actually shoot to protect his friends is where my angle's at on that one. I'm not saying it's
But you really had to argue with him that I was going to get you guys killed for him to finally back down.
Which is why he backed down, because it was going to get
It
us
took
killed.
a lot of arguing that it was going to get you killed, that's what I'm saying. It was more for the hatred. It was for to protect you guys. As soon as you said, oh, it's going to get us killed, I'm like, oh shit, never mind.
I agree.
What was I now? You roleplay that a lot more of the hatred than the protecting your teammates.
I feel like I did a little bit of both. And each person's responsibility to make the most for happiness of the whole tribe. I'm glad for my tribe members up to me to ensure their names are for legends. I'm good enamored by L1.
But but is the hatred thing something you changed recently out of your class?
That's not a thing. It's just his character has a hatred for him. His favorite enemy for Ranger is orcs.
Orcs, goblins, giants, trolls.
I think that might be I think it's something to add into your clause is that your hatred of orcs and goblin kind
Overshadows your common sense.
your common sense sometimes.
This is kind of how you're playing it.
That's
so
what
it
I was
kinda
saying. That's what I was
works.
saying. That's why I was saying that you couldn't double dip because I thought you had it as a thing already.
Or you got one for the booze.
Alright, buddy.
Hi.
Hi. Well,
I'm full.
I believe that anything we're doing is worth doing right. I can't help it. I'm a perfectionist. I work hard to be the best there is in my craft. The workshop where I learned my trade is the most important place to me. And once I start eating, it's hard for me to stop. It's forced to stop or damage. I flat out. I would say the ideals. I work hard to be the best there is in my craft. I would say
What you were
intentionally
doing
track
like that.
down the shop.
Yeah.
That's the only one I would argue.
yeah, but
actually
in the
did.
future, you need more pushing that you're the best. That's why you're giving it to him. You didn't really say much about it. Just hey, I want to go do this.
You can hold that off a
Don't say
little
what.
bit more by saying, how much would you charge for this? Well, this is really good shit, so
Yeah,
you
Well,
should go for a lot.
I did comment about that, but I specifically made a point that she said, well, how much should it sell us for? And I was like, well, I'm going to let you set the price because even though I know it's well made, I know that your people probably can't afford that
Yeah,
because you guys are all fucked up.
That's why you didn't make it, is because you gave them a brick because they were doing so poorly.
That they would have a chance to buy something.
Your work's so good, even though their bills have been ransacked, hasn't been.
So because I was too nice
Yeah.
instead of
Yeah.
But that's not a nice trait. That trait isn't meant as a nice trait. That is you are self-obsessed with how great and amazing you are.
Yeah, you should, next time don't give them the break that you were giving them.
then I'll probably just never get that as a thing for money because when it's in this type of situation where they're hard up because it was like, hey, I know it's a good thing, but
Right,
I also
I understand
know
why
they
you
can't
did
really
it,
afford it.
but
I'm not upset with you, just
Well, it's not always going to be this kind of situation. The next person you try to sell to might be a better off shop, and be like, "This is like some high end shit. Like,
Yeah, that's what I was saying. If
you
it's
should be
something-
honored."
I mean, something in this situation where it's, hey, they're poor, I
Right.
assumed that I was doing both, but I can understand why it's not.
Yeah, I think as far as your traits, you wouldn't care how bad they're doing right now. Your work's so great that they should still want to pay more for it. That's what I don't think. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. I can't do this.
Tim,
Oh, I thought you were commenting about your brother too.
That too.
Tim, inspiration.
I'm still at full.
Thank you, Tim.
What's our?
Sorry.
I only got one. I still got two, and the only one I think would apply.
That's mine.
That is yours.
I'm full still.
Why is my thing not? There it is. Is
Oh,
I disassociate myself if I think of problems are a fault of their own. The only reason I think that one applies is because I didn't want to go in with them because I would think they were going to cause something that would not be a problem of my own.
You know, we're going to cause more problems than what
But we're all in this together.
No, he didn't. He didn't explain why he didn't want to go in.
I would say yes this time, just because we give one to I think her for the same kind of thing.
No,
Say again?
no. He only
We're
got the
debating
alcohol
right
one.
now.
Here's the alcohol one.
They're debating.
We were gonna
You
get double.
You didn't say that you didn't want to do it. No, I'm not going to. You didn't
Well,
say
I didn't say why I didn't want to go in because
Yeah.
I didn't want to basically give the orcs a reason to not trust my own team. So I was going to stay out and let their actions speak for themselves.
Yeah, yes, that's borderline. Because I mean,
If you guys don't want to give it to me, I understand.
I'd say
I understand why you didn't. I mean, it makes perfect sense.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm just.
but they're meant to
We
be
didn't know
roleplayed.
why.
They're meant to be roleplayed is my thing.
yeah.
You
gotta
didn't say
roleplay
anything.
it
You're
out.
just like, yeah, I'm staying out. Me and Tim are staying out. And then left it.
Yeah, I was talking to her about it. And I was trying to think of a way to explain it. I
Yeah.
couldn't think of a good way to explain it without giving the orcs a reason to be like, why should we trust these guys then? So I just didn't say anything. So I understand if you guys don't give it to me.
Yeah, I would agree because it wasn't role played. And that's what the
That's the
for.
only thing I'd have an issue with is
Yeah.
it wasn't role played.
Yeah. Out of character, I understand why you did it,
Yes.
Yeah,
but in character, I don't. Yeah. You just didn't
yeah,
want
I completely understand.
Tim,
Tim's full.
I'm full.
full of shit. All right.
you don't want her, but
Yeah, I know I am.
or both.
I'd be like, you guys are on your own.
Sorry, that's kind of one